Right, we're back with another episode of Lost Legends. We're going to start in our usual manner of introduction. First up, we have Verdazin as,
Noah.
we have Cross Crescent as,
Iala.
we have Blackheart as,
Taryc.
we have Sammi as,
Mavis Gemma Malthori.
we have Tobias,
Cassian.
and we have Markus as,
Melikka.
and you have me, Yuli, as your friendly DM. I think up on this week's recap is Markus.
Yes, it is. We started back at Morden, waking up from our activities of evacuating the city of Galen. Breakfast was had and discussions were made of what to do next. There were the Torrent Steps still needed to be investigated. The Feywild excursion in the town, Galen, to collect a bill, and then there was a idea thrown about contacting Morris and potentially learning about certain means of transportation. It seemed that Iala and Noah had discovered that there may have been potential shortcuts through Morris's domain. After a bit of tomfoolery of tracking down Arwa with 10 gold pieces on the line from Maltori, a discussion was had about the gods again and their presumed benefits of what they would do. We eventually decided that we should go and speak with Morris and concern about maybe finding out his shortcuts and asking about if he knows the difference between Unsili and Sealy, and maybe helpful to ask Pan for some information. We did find Morris, not in his usual spot, but further down the road in buildings that seemed a little more Germanic, timber homes. We did hear noises from another alleyway that had potential boats. Cassian had sent Talon?
Nope.
No, that's not his name.
That's
Hello.
the name of a god.
Talal.
Yes,
Down the way of the potential boats, and said, "We'll meet up with you later." Upon finding Morris, he was in the middle of getting dressed in his funeral parlor to go on a date with his significant other. And he asked us to assist him in figuring out what's the best clothing and get-up he should be attired to. The party asked questions about who this individual is and what they like, and we found out that it was Lord Havy. He likes the macabre, he likes dark humor jokes, and he likes the color red. Lord Morris did tell us that he would be willing to offer information if everything goes well with Lord Havy. And so we agreed to it to learn about the crossroads, his pathways, and Noah did ask about the difference between Sealy and Unsealy, and he was told us that he's not really part of it. He's outside because he deals with death, and that the courts are all about life. But he did tell that a general definition of the two courts and how they behave. We followed a direction given by Lord Morris to go down a pathway leading to an Arcanist town of Vessenberg. We learned that Vessenberg was the capital of the largest empire on Arcanist. There was a small discussion about what we need to do, and before we were interrupted by Lord Havy, who was expecting us, or expecting Lord Morris. We gave we gave an introduction to Lord Morris, or to Lord Havy, for Lord Morris as callers, and told him that yes, we are here to present Lord Morris. Lord Morris wasn't around though. We did question Lord Havy about what's going on and where we were wanting to go and wanting to learn the magic circle. He told us information regarding the Dragon Spine being a foreboding place for seasoned adventurers and a downright deadly place for wandering people. He did mention that in this area there were plasmoids. We were led into, part of us, into the military establishment where the arcane teleportation circle was located. Some of us stayed behind because we were not the most favored of races, given that we have a Fae, a lizard folk, and a gnoll in the party. We held back as Iala, Mavis, and Cassian, and with Maltori, went in with official documentation and with the help of Lord Havy, managed to scribe the teleportation rune for Vessenberg. The guard was a bit put off, as he did notice that several of us were wanted, but the current lord of Vessenberg had dismissed the wanted posters. We learned that the current lord was a dragon. Was it a gold dragon?
Yes, and not a lord, king.
King.
The
King.
king. And we don't have much information about
You
the
have
king. We
no,
just-
basically no information beyond dragon.
He's a
He is
dragon.
He is a dragon who has ruled a long time. That's all we know.
Yeah. We left the military establishment after retrieving the runes of the teleportation circle, and we retreated back to Lord Havy's establishment, given that we needed to appear like we were part of his group, his entourage. Upon entering, Lord Morris showed himself in a very flamboyant way of exploding over his ancient, very valuable rug. We were asked to find Morris somewhere in his establishment, and we did. And we were dismissed with good intentions and good wishes, as Lord Morris and Lord Havy were going to pursue him on their date. Several of us collected blood of Lord Morris, given that he's a Fey Lord, and Fey blood is very powerful. Lord Havy did give us tokens of payment for assisting him and helping him through the day with Lord Morris. We quickly learned that these tokens were simple, made from wood of a leaf, carved in a leaf, each one unique, but on the back sides of them there were maps that the party had asked to be given. As we went back to Lord Morris's secret alleyway, we were made by a mage who was looking at us very intently, and it became to the realization that maybe using magic to disguise ourselves wasn't the best idea to do. It came to a head when one of the individuals of Vessenberg descended from the sky as a blue dragon landed, transforming into a dwarf, and being curious of what was going on. Luckily, this dragon was friends with Lord Morris Havy, and he dismissed us.
That was
with also
devastated.
giving- Yeah, it wasn't.
Nope. They just seemed to wear it the alleyway.
He seemed to wear the alleyway. Okay. And then he gave us his name of Grascal. And then we left.
Yeah, and?
That's all I have on my notes. So, because I had to go to bed, remember?
Right.
We went back into the alleyway. Cassian's very angry familiar came calling and yelling and meowing after him, and came up and bapped him a few times because he'd been waiting for Cassian to come get him over at the at Korolev, where the docks of ships were, and it was demanding milk. Then we went back to town. Cassian went and got a thing of milk to reward the cat, and we used the teleport circle to head to our destination. And that's where we ended.
Okay. Right. Everybody refresh your inspirations. Markus, take a bonus inspiration. Sammi, take half a bonus inspiration for helping at the end there.
I'll chew on this one.
Yeah.
It's fair. Markus wasn't here for it.
And yeah, we'll pick up with you guys. I believe you were heading straight to Galen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. You arrive in Galen. Still fairly early in the day as you guys headed out early for this escapade. Town still eerily quiet, just the sound of, distant birds, things like that.
Were there any Fae yelling at us while we were leaving the teleport circle? Or had
No.
they finally given up on us?
No Fae beckoning you into the woods.
Okay.
Um,
Hello, I have a question.
Yeah?
So, we just heard like a whole bunch of stuff over Morris, and I'm like trying to remember everything so I can ask questions of Fula later, because that water tower that's like supposed to be ancient magic water tower, I'm totally gonna need to look into that, because that's I feel like maybe a Marid would know something about that, right? But I was thinking about all those teleport circles, and they kept saying, Lord Havi kept saying that they were made by like the Fey Dominion. And I just wanted to know, what is a Fey Dominion, and how do we get on their good side so we can use all of their teleport circles?
Well, I haven't really been to a Fate Dominion myself, but from what I understand, it's something of their like their places of power, something like their kind of like how the Smiling One had those pockets of forest that they were able to influence over.
Well, it's just that when they talked about it, they were talking about it like it was like a coalition of like Fey.
Yes. I don't think Fae refer to their places of power as dominions, domains maybe, but.
He was saying that the Fey Dominion made that. That doesn't sound like you saying, "Oh, this is my possessive place." This sounds like they
organization.
As the Fey Dominion. Yeah. So what is this organization, and how do we?
Is it a court?
How do we grease the wheels?
Can I roll a history check for that?
Yes, it's going to be massive DC and at disadvantage though.
Okay, so
Good try. Just you might as well try.
Is there a very slim chance that your parent let this slip once?
Okay. So I didn't need to try and make something up.
You know what? I will give you a little bit of something for that.
Oh, it's a disadvantage though.
Oh yeah, you got to roll your disadvantage. So roll it again.
Roll higher. That would be better.
Okay.
Yeah!
Yeah,
Badass!
You're going to get a little bit of something for this. You recall, as you were like sitting on a beach building a little castle, just hearing a little story that maybe went a bit too far. Talking about organization of courts and lords and ladies, and how the court scattered back into the woods after the lands of men fell, and they decided that while the Fate Dominion still held, they should act as the mortals do. That is all that you know of it. So the Fate Dominion was something that apparently held during the Cataclysm.
I honestly don't know. Now that you mention it, the only thing I've ever heard about Fey Dominion was something my mother let slip. She
And
probably didn't.
she was an elf, right?
Yeah, sea elf. She
Never seen a sea elf.
she said something about the Fae that held together after the cataclysm, that they retreated to the forest, but I wasn't really paying attention because that's the day when I was attacked by a very vicious crab. Actually,
Crab.
several. They were huge,
Wow.
vicious, and I hate them.
Vicious crabs.
How big was the crab?
About as big as my torso, maybe twice as big.
It's a big
Wow,
crab.
that's huge
I am not
crab.
embellishing it.
No,
I-
it's believable. Your torso isn't the biggest thing around, so...
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, we're going there, are we?
Listen, I keep getting
Wow.
ribbed for this nonsense. Somebody else needs to as well.
I'm sorry I'm not your type, Maltori.
Oh, yeah, I see
But you
how it
don't have
is.
to bring that. You don't
No,
need to
are
bring
you
that up.
desperate to be Maltori's type all of a sudden?
I don't like where this conversation's going.
Because you keep bringing this up a lot.
Can we just head over into the Deadleaf Plains now? I don't
Okay,
think
but
I can
I-
stand another second of
but-
this.
Oh, okay, but did anybody else grab any of those weird little snippets from Morris and Javi? Because I'll be honest, like when we talk to the smiling one and we've talked to Pan, I don't feel like they're trying to tell us anything, right? But there's like, I feel like Morris and Javi are like trying to help us, but they're fey. And I don't think that anything that they talk about is coincidence.
That on the list.
They're potentially being helpful sages of wisdom, given what they are.
They want to help, but they can't help without a deal.
No, I think that they're helping within the realms of what they're allowed. It seems like there's a lot of restriction on what people are allowed to do, and they're dancing about it. So they bring these things up like they're interesting, but like the fact that we found out that there was an entire other city underneath that city that we were in. An ancient city is underneath there, and our Pompucks work. We know that there's something very special down there, probably. So I mean, these are very important places. I feel like don't know why, but they are.
We need to dig beneath Wisenberg.
Yes.
Love to do that.
How would we do that? See,
Shovels.
repairs itself.
I would get shovel. I have shovels actually. I have a couple
Cobblestone
of them.
repaired itself.
Yes, when the
Dragon landed.
Oh,
I thought the
I thought the
dragon
dragon had healed it.
I have no idea. Is that I thought that might be a natural thing that the roads do there.
Ah,
They made like a
There.
big show with their claw hitting it afterwards, and it started to heal from the claw. So I was like, oh.
yeah, I know Arcanist is a very magically powerful nation, but enchanting an entire city's cobblestones, that's,
A feat.
That would be opulent, wouldn't it?
that would.
Oh,
They might be opulent.
I guess
I think
that makes sense.
the thing that we'd have to more be worried about is building zone and the laws that come with that.
Could you imagine how many times the dragon probably got in trouble for slamming down and breaking all the cobblestones in a square?
It might be a requirement that they have to fix anything they land on.
That would be funny.
That would be a good requirement.
I need to remember that one for Yalia.
Yeah, you have a requirement.
Oh boy.
I don't.
Hey,
Anyway,
why are we walking down the path towards town? Can't we just step into the woods anywhere?
I
Now
mean,
we
I guess
can.
we could. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Start doing
No,
that
is that okay for Faye?
No, tell us what to do. Also, is it bad to try and ask Pan about this Fey Dominion stuff, or do you think that like that'll get like my tongue ripped out of my throat?
that's a fair question. They
Is that a seedy or unseedy man?
Pan was.
Pan
I
was
don't remember.
I think Pan. Just the
I
way
think
he
Pan was
acted
also
Steely.
unseelie, wasn't he?
No, I think he's Sealy.
What
I'm having trouble keeping up with all this fade stuff.
the unseelie ones are the selfish ones, right?
Yes.
Yes.
More selfish.
And
Which
the
is
more selfish ones.
I suppose. I mean, that sounds weird, right? But I guess I didn't quite get the explanation of making somebody else happy for selfish intent. But I suppose you can make somebody else happy and make yourself sad in doing so. And I guess unseedy wouldn't do that.
Mm.
Yeah, it reminds me of a story that I once read about a demon driving itself crazy trying to figure out doing good deeds. It was a really interesting read. Ended really short, though.
I mean, I suppose
Right,
it falls in lines of those conundrums of doing good stuff for redemption. And does it cancel out because you're seeking something, right? Maybe it's...
Yeah, that was the whole thing, the whole driving force behind it. Unfortunately, it only lasted for like one volume, and then it kind of fell off.
What do you mean one volume?
a book.
No, but did story go multiple book?
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh, there are some epics that take up 3 or 4.
That's incredible.
Yes. Tedious.
Imagine have so much to say. That's incredible. When you could just say like they went there, they killed thing, and it was over.
Or own it, then
15 and a
probably
half pages describing a wooden table.
Sounds like
Never
elven
again.
literature to me.
I will never read that again.
Bet our own story could fill it in a couple of volumes at this point.
I feel strange just stepping into the woodlands off the path. It feels like we should be doing it like near where we leave offerings or...
We haven't done that very often, have we?
Mavis is constantly
said-
doing it.
I'm always doing it.
Yeah,
Can we go
last
back to
time
where we last saw him?
It feels like we should do something, right?
Yeah. Are we meeting?
Well, if we go back to where we last saw Pan, it would be the place between our tower, well, our watch area, and town, and that's even farther away.
Oh, I don't like that.
Are we meeting with Pan, or are we heading straight towards the plain?
I think we
we're
want
going
to
to see Pan.
see the Fae
Yeah.
first and see about Bill.
Since it is on
Well-
the way, at least.
Because hopefully we don't step into the plains and then make this some untouchable area for us. But just in case...
Yeah.
Also,
Um,
like, it sounds like they're expecting us, which I think means they've kind of been spying on us.
But yeah, that, by the way, is why do they know? Why do they know?
Probably because of Honeyweed, that pixie that was in the tavern.
Yeah. That would explain it.
That imbecilic
It was-
pixie.
She was very kind.
I didn't say she was unkind. I said she was an imbecile.
Also, you don't have to be intelligent to pay attention to what's being said and then relay it. I do
Sounds
that
like they call
all
it
the
gossip.
time.
You're quite a bit brighter than a pixie.
I don't know about that. She let herself out of that cage.
I
Yes.
suppose we could-
She teleported after the lock had been done. She could have left at any moment.
Yes,
But
that meant
that was
she
against-
was there because she wanted to be.
No,
was
I
against
think
the
she's just
rules,
too
Mallory.
dumb rules. Listen, I have never met an intelligent pixie in my life.
Well,
Cassian
I-
is actually inching away from Altori.
What?
You say that, and they're going to come out and they're going to swarm you.
I don't think they would understand what I'm saying.
So are there rules we can follow to call upon a lord of the forest?
I think it's.
Walk into the forest and hope.
I
Why
could,
don't you do what you did last time? You sing.
yeah, that's what I was just going to say. I could do another performance, see if I can lure out.
All right, let's do that. Fuck it, I'm not walking all the way to town. Let's go. And he's just going to step off the road.
All right. And Noah pulls out their viol, getting ready.
Do you want accompaniment or you want to do this alone? Is it better if you do it alone? Maybe you should do it alone. Yeah, they like you. You should do it alone.
Okay, wait to talk yourself out of that.
What? I don't want to mess it up. They don't. I am not somebody that is going to be good at this. You do it.
How do you? How well are your vocals?
I don't mean to brag, but mine are not that bad. I mean, that's how we got out of Morris's death prison.
Yeah, have yoga help.
All right. Follow my tune and let's see if we can get someone's attention.
What if I don't want to?
Oh.
Fine,
Melikka will set her pack down, rummage around, and pull out a little hand drum. I can help.
Okay.
Okay, I guess you're performing. Pull out your instruments, children.
You don't need to join if you don't have.
Just wiggle about a bit, I guess.
They might like giggling. Alright, so let us begin. Give me a tune, Noah.
All right. And Noah will start playing their viol.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself just in case I have to do this.
Oh, I cast guidance stuff as well because Noah doesn't have anything.
I'm
After
not
a
going to
moment-
because I have complete confidence in my skill to sing this.
I don't.
After a moment of listening to how Noah is playing, Melikka will start running her talons on the skin of the drum.
Maltori is going to reach into his robes, pull out his own instrument.
Oh.
The kazoo?
Nope, he pulls out a pair of spoons.
Nice. Actually, that's pretty cool.
I was also thinking about the there's a southern instrument like the mouth harp.
Jaw harp.
Yeah, jaw harp, because we don't use the old word.
My
Jaw?
brain immediately was thinking you were
It
about
was
to
not
say
called
just
jaw harp
jug.
in the past.
I was
Oh.
expecting just jug.
Don't try to say the old name.
Yes.
Don't try to bring it up. Do not bring up the old name. Twitch doesn't want this.
Oh, okay.
It's a bad word. It's a bad word.
Well, it's not a bad word.
Easy.
I
Jeez.
was going to suggest glockenspiel, but that's a close second.
That's a different thing.
That's a very
Alright.
different thing.
Maltori's a necromancer. He should know how to play the xylophone.
All right, let's all assist Noah with our music.
Okay. What do I roll for this?
All right.
Performance.
Alright.
I'll roll performance.
Everyone roll performance.
28.
Holy shit, Maltori.
Yeah. Nim is singing along.
No,
Oh my god, no!
Melikka.
I find it fun.
The two people with instruments. Yeah, Noah's lead.
I'm going to re-roll that.
You're gonna re-roll?
already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please.
same.
Eric doesn't know what she's doing,
For
but
my
somehow is doing
bonus.
something
Not
right.
Tori though. My gosh.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
Noah at least has a 10 there. Okay. So, Noah and Melikka actually trying to perform an instrument. You are suddenly, like, thrown off by the sudden singing and, like, the sound of these spoons going at rapid speed and beating out a fucking amazing tune. It's that startlement that I think throws you off your own performance. Yeah, Maltori is, like, snapping these all up his arm, down his legs. He's,
What the heck?
Nim and Iala are keeping pace with Maltori.
yeah,
Everybody else fell off.
Taryc is
We
wiggling.
managed to.
I
well,
mean, I'm
we took
doing.
on-
Yeah. Taryk's
someone
doing
with
good.
no bonus, is Taryc's doing really good.
Is Taryc clapping or singing or what?
She
She was told to
clapping.
wiggle, so she's
It's just, you're doing
Wiggle it
traditional
off.
truly dancing.
pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. Thank God other people actually stepped in to assist because the overall average is good.
Goodness.
Alright, so you all take off in the forest. I will say, like, gradually you all sort of like start to get into sync into each other's rhythms and so on. Just carrying on this performance. Noah, you are leading. So what kind of tune is this?
It's a the best I can say is like a jovial forest tune. It's kind of like like general travel RPG travel music. In
Tell
the
me
woods.
the title of the song.
Okay, it's winds through the willows.
Wind Through the Willows. Okay. Right, as you start performing Wind Through the Willows, moving for the forest, you guys, you already know that sometimes this takes time with Faye now. So you move deeper into the woods, keeping your performance going for a good 15, 20 minutes. And then the sort of first sign of activity catches your eyes as a couple of pixies actually alight on a branch ahead of you. One of them's already like clapping lightly, the other's like sort of standing on the branch doing little twirls in time with the music. So you know you've at least caught Faye attention. Do you stop to address them, or do you keep playing and moving?
Nim is going to take out a couple pieces of candy and wave them about, and then set them down nearby.
Alright, the one that was clapping stops clapping, shoves the other one off the branch. You hear them sort of scream and just plummet into the bushes, unable to.
These are big
fall.
pieces of candy for Nim,
Yep.
by the way.
And the one that pushed the other flutters over to the candy and is trying to pick up both pieces. And is like struggling and losing time in trying to do so.
Yeah,
And-
Nim had to struggle to pull
Yeah.
these out of a bag of holding,
Yeah.
so yeah, good luck.
Yeah, soon enough, the one that was pushed actually joins them, and they argue a bit before flittering off to candy.
Noah's going to keep playing as they walk in the forest until they. Were those the only two pixies?
Those are the only two pixies you've seen so far.
Okay, then going to keep playing.
Okay.
Follow Noah's lead.
Right, you guys move deeper into the woods.
Eat candy off my list.
Okay. As you move deeper in, Noah, can you give me another performance check, please?
Oh boy.
Good luck, Noah. I believe in you.
Woman.
11.
What?
You've gone up by one.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Maybe Noah should learn how to play an instrument.
I know how to play an instrument. I'm just.
You just have no charisma.
This is the problem of being a fae with no charisma.
How is that a thing?
It's look at Noah being a druid.
Yeah.
Noah's more of a thinker.
Okay. You've been playing for a good. Noah's playing Viola, right?
Yes.
Um,
They're viola of illusions, so little like illusions are dancing around them like lights and stuff.
Oh, okay. You know what? I will count that into the DC. So that is going to help. In fact, yeah, you're actually going to catch proper attention then. Some of you will recognize as another pixie emerges, thanks by the two that had vanished a bit earlier with the candy. You will see little honey. What was Honey's full name? Honeyweed. Actually, sort of like flitter out from behind a tree and actually just zoom straight over to you all and just start like twirling about around Noah, sort of dancing with those little illusions.
Noah creates a little fake pixie to start dancing with Honeyweed.
Okay. Right. As Honeyweed dances with your illusions, you will all hear the sound of pipes starting to join in with your tune. First coming off like to your right, and then a second set to the left, and emerging from the woods, a couple of satyrs. Completely buck naked, as they tend to be in the Feywild. Both sort of like, just sort of hop skipping with those goat legs along with you all, playing little pan flutes, and just joining in with your tune. As they sort of flank near you, Noah, they move in a way that sort of suggests we're going to go in this direction now.
Okay, and Noah just starts following alongside them, continuing to play.
Okay.
And Noah looks at the others and kind of nods their heads in the direction they're going.
She follows along, as this is what they're doing now.
Right.
Nim is following along, still trying to help.
As you all follow these Fae, can each of you give me a very easy DC 10 charisma saving throw?
Okay.
Oh, I didn't do the saving throw.
Noah!
No, what?
1 second.
What?
I didn't do it as a saving throw. Let me reroll. There, okay.
I can
Nope.
technically give Noah a +2.
Hey,
thanks
Noah.
to-
Do you have woe or wheel?
They have. That's a good question.
Whoa, I thought, didn't you? Oh, wait, no, I don't remember.
It's not been rolled today. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you take Mage Slayer?
I have Mage Slayer.
Oh. If you have Mage
Dude,
Slayer, you can just
even
automatically succeed.
Wheel.
Yeah.
Will.
So.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're gonna plus your save.
Yes.
Yeah, right. But that's enough at least. You can't fail then. Jesus Christ.
Okay. I'm good.
Wow, you
I'm
made
good.
a 10. You made
Noah.
a 10.
Noah, lock it in, Noah. You. No one falls under the not even intentional enchantment that these satyrs are doing. This is just part of their being in these woods. You can all sort of feel that slight ethereal tug, that uplifting of music, making it all the more enticing. But you understand what's happening. You also understand that you can feel that it's not forceful. But as you move, Noah, something about this just feels homey. Oh, by the way, I will reiterate, Awa did not join you guys in the woods. Yes.
I figured she would
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
She actually,
didn't wanna
she
go
just continued. She's going to wait in Morden. She just continued for the alleyways. Right. But as you move, you now start to hear a soft voice in the distance, in tune with you all, just singing very lightly. Softly the wind through the willows doth sigh, a tale of lost kingdoms adrift in the sky. Shadows of heroes, their voices grow thin, carried by whispers where legends begin. And as you hear that, you come into a clearing, and you see Pan lounging in a sort of, it looks like a sort of one of those fanciful beddy chairs that you'd lounge on, but it's like grown half out of a tree, sort of somewhat suspended, almost like a half hammock, just ending in midair. And they're lounging.
Those lyrics just now?
Yeah, that was why I was hesitating so much, because I was trying to type.
That was amazing.
That was really.
I know how to make music. Don't ask me to make more, but I know how to do at least that.
Listen, you defeated all of our charisma checks just then.
I had to stall, you see. But
Barely noticeable.
yeah, Pan lounging there. He's just singing lightly. He's holding a sort of bushel of grapes in one hand, picking them idly. Not eating them, just picking them off the bushel and then just sort of tossing them aside. You see, as one grape lands near some bushes, this little shrub of twigs sort of waddles out, grabs it, and waddles back into the bushes.
Okay.
The satyrs flanking you sort of like peel off either direction away from you guys, still playing, but they wander out of the clearing, and as you are playing, you see Pan just sort of like waving his hand as if like along to the music, and then he just sort of like brings his fingers together. Do you stop?
Noah is
Except-
going to.
Crescendo is the one. Just and fit Peter out.
Yeah, I think just Peter out. I wanted to crescendo, but I don't know if that's. So, how to put his fingers together as like instantly, or to bring it.
It was a very sudden, sharp snap.
Okay, then Noah's going to stop immediately.
Okay. Everyone's stopping along with Noah?
And
Yeah.
Nim's going to
Yeah.
also go
Yeah.
immediately into a bow that she's going to hold.
Okay.
Noah is Noah's also going to bow. Greetings, Lord Pan.
It's nice to see you all making a return here. And arriving with such fanfare.
We know how the how our kind love the how the Fae love music and jovery. So
Our kind. You now count yourself amongst us, my child.
halfway.
Well, we can only hope that you reach more than half. I would ask why you've come, but I am well aware. You come seeking your friend, taken into my care.
That we have. And how has he been?
He has situated himself very well here. He has explored the lights that, if only you could experience. He has been a favorite amongst my court.
I'm glad to hear that. And plus, it pains me to ask if we may see him and ask for his assistance.
Of course. As I knew you seeking him, so have I prepared him. And yet, even as I prepare, the idea of letting him go saddens me. So, he turns sitting up and then standing up from his lounging chair. This tall Fey Lord, just very gracefully walking over to you all and spreading his arms out and goes, "Though I know your journey is for the good of all, including us, the idea of seeing dear Bill away, I ask you to reconsider and leave this place." I promised him that I'd take you to him if you asked. But if you do not wish to see him, I need not take you.
I would, I still would wish to see him. May, this a mere temporary parting. For I'm sure if given the chance, he'd wish to return to your side after our little venture with him.
I'm sure given the chance we would all wish for such a reunification. But alas, perhaps it is right for you to wear that cloak here.
If you wish it, I shall wipe tears from your eyes with it. Take it along with me, so that way you remain happy here.
I will not shed tears. I will mourn on the inside. I will take you to dear Bill. And he just gestures with his hand, and the trees start to part, creating a unusual sight in the Feywild, an actual stone path. Granted, it's not cobblestone or workstone, it is just literal stone sunken into the earth, but it creates a stony path nonetheless. And he'll just start to walk along it, not even gesturing for you to follow, just expecting.
Noah looks back at the group and lets out a sigh and then follows behind Pan. Like a relieved sigh, and follows.
As you sigh, you see that slight tilt of Pan's head, not looking back at you, just addressing you while still facing forward, and goes, "Were you expecting some test or hardship?"
No, not at all. I'm just, every time I meet a lord, I tend to feel overwhelmed at the sheer scope of thy majesty.
You have practiced your flattery.
Thank you.
Alas.
I am sorry that you all miss Bill. I know there are others who miss him dearly, and we promised we would find out how he was doing.
Then I apologize, little one, for the news that you will carry. Here. And he stops on the path and gestures, and it, again, a strange sight in the Feywild. A building, not modern stone or even much modern work, and the lumber it's made of does appear to sort of be growing out of roots in the ground, but it is a little cottage nonetheless. Beautiful garden off to the side of it. You can see fresh vegetables planted growing within it, and you can just hear delighted humming coming from inside. Pan bows his head a bit and goes, "I've already said all I have needed to. Bill knows what is in my heart and the hearts of those that he has courted here. So I leave you with him. Your path out of the woods shall not be difficult."
Thank you, Lord Khan. And Noah gives another bow.
Pan actually inclines his head to all of you and just goes, "Forgive me for not remaining. The sorrow is too much to bear."
I'm sorry, great lord.
Be on your way, and may the morning be and the day be long.
Days never ending and nights everlasting. And Pan will turn. Grace will sort of like the bottom of their robes just like swoosh out just enough to put on a display, and they move back down the path.
This feels hella foreboding. Does it feel hella foreboding to anybody else?
Incredibly ominous.
With the whole, well, I'm sorry for what you're going to have to bring back for news. What does that mean?
I don't know. One way to find out. Noah's going to go up to the house and knock.
There's the humming pauses briefly, and then you just hear footfalls, and the door opens straight up, and you all see Bill. Quite a bit like you last left him. Like his facial features haven't changed much. He looks healthier. There's more light in his eyes, which he was already a lively fellow, but he was in a bit of a disarray when you last left him. He is wearing very simple clothes. It doesn't quite match the fashion of the Fey Lords as such. It is definitely like more akin to what you guys wear, but it's very nice material, very bright colours. And he just smiles at the sight of you and goes, "Oh, what a long time it's been."
Yeah, it feels like it's only been months.
Months for you, perhaps. And he smiles and just goes, "I'll let me grab my loot." And he just sort of steps away. He leaves the door open if people want to step in.
No one's curious. They're going to go inside to see what a Fey house like.
You step inside to see the wonders of this Fey house. Altori's actually going to step inside because he's a curious fellow as well. So if you want to make your way into Bill's home, you can. He does not object.
Come in.
It's kind of disappointing, Noah. It actually feels really mundane, well kept, but like this is clearly modelled to Bill's taste, and apparently his tastes were of, well, very mortal, mundane means. You will see. Actually, can everybody give me perception checks?
Gaze into the ether.
Wow, look at wow.
See, there's for Noah's drink.
That's appropriate. Okay.
I may not be able to act, but I can see that I can't act.
All right, everyone put Iala.
Regalia.
You will actually you look around, and at first, like, oh, this is very bardy. You see like music sheets just sort of pinned up. Looks like stuff maybe he was writing. You'll see that there's actually just there is an array of different instruments in here. Apparently, he's like, you know, what he liked to play has expanded. He's practiced other stuff. There's actually a couple of lutes here. There's flutes. There's this great big oh no, what do you call it? A harp. That's the word.
Glockenspiel?
Yeah, glockenspiel. Definitely, he has a different preference for stringed instruments, but there's all manner in here. Drums, you name it. It's somewhere scattered in here. Sometimes, like, discarded, gathering dust, array in a pile on the floor. You smell what seems to be sweet scents coming from just this little sort of toolbox-like structure on the wall. There's a little pot or something just very lightly simmering on the stove, which he actually does go over, and with a wave of his hand, the small flame goes out.
Oh, Bill, you do magic.
Oh, yes. It's not really me doing magic, but I can do magic. This place just sort of responds to me, I suppose.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes, it's been a wonderful home. How
have you been?
I've been... I can't even describe it.
I bet.
To say it's been wonderful does injustice to this place. I have tried to write songs of my experience, and after 100 pages, the song still feels incomplete.
How long does it go on for?
I have not found an ending yet. So far, I could play for days.
So,
Tom,
oh,
go
first.
ahead.
No, you first.
Tom was worried after you. You remember Tom Johnson?
I do remember him. I remember everybody. While I have spent more than a lifetime here, I remember them as if I had just seen them. It's wonderful here. They don't let the things you love fade away. How is everybody?
Okay. Sort of. Things have been, not to put a damper on things. Things have been kind of going, kind of south since you've been gone. There was a little Knoll invasion. There was
Not in Galen though. Not
Yeah,
in
Galen.
Galen.
What of the people of Galen?
They have been evacuated to another city.
His hand actually goes up to his heart, and he looks sorrowful at that, and he goes, "That must have been hard."
we
It
made
was.
sure it was easier on everyone, though. We made sure that they had the proper funds and housing and stuff.
I'm sure you did
Or-
all you could for them.
So, really, right now, the town's sort of empty.
This place, it seems to beckon for emptiness. But he sort of looks up briefly before just grabbing his loot. Little strap on it, he sort of pulls it over, letting it rest on his back, and just goes, "But not as empty as you might think or hope, yes?"
Yeah. Do you have everything? Is there anything that you need help carrying out?
He just smiles and taps his loot.
Have the voices left you?
No, but I've come to understand them.
Oh. How... do you understand what they're saying? Or what have you learned about them?
That's what you're going to find out now.
Oh.
Don't be scared, friend. This is not some ominous thing.
Okay.
It certainly was ominous the first time it happened.
It was indeed a terrifying experience granted by somebody that desperately wanted to ward people away. It's a friend out there. At least one of the things is.
Really?
We're going to go and we're going to have a proper introduction.
Oh, okay. Right. Do we do it right now, or is...
Right now, friends. You are prepared to travel into the plains?
We are.
Yes.
Yes. I look over at Tori.
Indeed. Although we should prepare wards, and Bill just shakes his head and goes, "No harm will befall you."
Oh. Okay. I'm slightly lost on what we're doing now. This is all new territory for me.
We are going to
Are you
sing,
sure
friends.
you want to go up to the plains again? I mean, we could take you to Morden, and you could see Tom, and we could talk this out.
Bill actually
Figure out.
looks aside for a moment before going, I've lived lifetimes of joy and wonder, and part of me wishes it to never end, but ultimately, I'm not like the beings here. I want as long as I can, but I understand that things end. Something they struggle with. And I also know what's important. And this is important. But I am afraid that if I went with you to see Tom and the others, I might struggle to find the bravery to do what I need to. We are going to go into the plains, and we will sing with merriment. We will make a new friend. And then you will say goodbye to me. Yes?
Oh no. That's not what I think it means, does it?
Well, it is a friend helping them to talk to you while I have prepared for all this time to be able to cope and translate. It will still be too much for me in the end.
Oh.
You don't have to do this. You, whatever communion you're suggesting, it need not be necessary.
Maybe we can find a mediary, like a demon or an angel or somebody who would
He shakes
torn
his
up.
head. I am the mediary.
But Bob, who am I going to talk about how big Iala's chest is with?
What?
Oh,
We used to sing songs together, remember?
I do remember that. And he actually sort of looks over at you, Iala, and it's a mix of bashful, but also like that sly smugness. And you forgive me, my lady, you are a beauty.
I will let it slide this time.
You told me that you are going to be my rival. You can't just throw yourself away.
I'm not throwing myself away. My dearest, I have lived, dare say, more than most mortals get to. And I get to be part of something grand. What an ending to a tale. If there's one thing I've come to appreciate living here, it is theatrics and a grand ending to a story.
Suppose that is true.
You will never forget me, that's for sure.
What do we tell Tom?
Tell him that I have appreciated all of the years of friendship he has given me, and that I left with both happiness of the life I lived and the sorrow that it was not continued with him. And I wish him all of the best. There is no reassurance to take away the sorrow he will feel, but at least he may know that I'm happy.
Okay, I will. I'll tell him that.
Come, you're adventurers, are you not? How many of your fellows die in pain and suffering? I get to die in song, in friendship.
No.
In this group, what we tell death is not today.
Well, I've been telling death that for what feels like hundreds of years now. Maybe it is today.
Noah walks up to Bill and clasps their hands, looks down at them. Sorry, but
There's no sorry needed. You all did the best for me you could, and it has been good. So, let us say goodbye to this place and go on a lovely walk. Yes?
Noah nods.
Let us go.
Alright, and he's sort of ushers you all out of his cottage, closes the door behind him, and just gives the door a little pat before he starts heading for the tree line. And doesn't go for the path that was left by Pan, just the tree line itself.
The way out. Whatever it is.
Any way we choose will be the way out.
So, you got a tune in mind?
Yes. I want to learn a little tune for me. I forgive the little bit of arrogance, but I have composed some fine tunes over the years now.
Is it going to be the 100-page one?
No, I won't. I won't subject you to that.
Can I have that? I'll see if I can finish it.
He pauses and sort of looks back at the cottage and just goes, "Sure, if you want it, it's yours."
Noah's going. Where is it? Back in the cabin?
Mm-hmm. It's on the walls.
It's on the walls.
I'm on the wall.
Felon pinned to the walls. Don't worry, you don't have to take the
okay.
walls themselves.
Okay. I was.
He built the cabin in song.
I was going to run in there real quick and gather up these pages.
Yep, you start pulling the pages from the walls, and indeed, there are a lot of them.
Cool. Kylela, can you help me with this?
Seeing as you're too short to reach these ones so up high, of course.
Thanks.
Alright, yep, you and Kylela can gather them up, returning to join the group shortly after. Bill sort of like pulls his lute round to his front and starts strumming slightly and goes, "Let's see. I know a fitting one. I call this The Bountiful Dragon." And he's going to start singing a song that's quite clearly about the first sight of Iala.
She has mixed feelings.
It's a little bawdy, but it's actually rather flattering as well. It is more about your general enchanting sight.
She's at first she's like, why does it have to be named like that? But is a bit touched that someone actually wrote a song about her.
And while there are mentions of your chest, there are also lines of your bountiful beauty and bountiful power, stuff like that. It is about how much of a presence you are.
She definitely she's appreciating the song and is trying to remember it.
And he's going to lead you through the woods, just playing various little tunes, little ditties, and what feels like far too short of a time heading through. You suddenly see the plains opening up before you. And as he steps out from the tree line, you see him pause briefly. His body sort of shudders as if feeling a chill. And he sort of looks back as you all join him outside the tree line and goes, "It's the first time I've left the enchantment of the forest for, well, since I went in."
How's it feel? Are you going to be okay?
He reaches up and just sort of like, just looking up at his hand, turning it in the air as if just feeling the breeze playing over it. And he just goes, "I don't know how you bear it."
I mean, you bared it all those eons ago.
I did not know better. Well, That is the beauty of ignorance, right?
I suppose so.
Still, a little stark reminder amongst the beauty is also refreshing. And he soon picks up the tune merrily again and starts walking into the plains with you all. As he sort of moves ahead, he's just keeping up a steady pace. Doesn't seem to mind if people trail off a bit, but then catch up. Just keeps on marching.
Noah is going to take out their viol and kind of match whatever song he's playing, like back up kind of instruments, always letting him lead.
Yep, he is more than happy for the accompaniment. Encourages people to join in. Even doesn't seem to care if people don't perform well or don't keep beat. Just happy to have the company. You will travel with him for a little bit. Matori actually sort of trails back, and in particular is going to. He seems to let you go ahead with Bill Noah, but as he sort of trails back, he motions for the others to fall back slightly as well.
What is it, Matori?
Discomfort. I don't.
You don't like that? This seems to be something we have to do.
We don't have to do this. That is the thing. Maybe what if he's under fey enchantment or something and thinks he wants to do this but doesn't?
But
They don't kill people.
Seems ready to let him walk out here to his own end, though.
That's different. They're letting him go free. They're not killing him.
Are we?
I don't know.
Noah, you can hear the rest of your party sort of mumbling in the background, but can't make out what they're saying, especially over the sound of your own instruments along with Bill's, right? But sort of Bill saunters up to the side of you, Noah, and just very gently, still to the tune of the song, but clearly not the lyrics, just goes, "Your friend's filled with sorrow and filled with regret. My fate is one they'll never forget."
It's not lost to me. I feel the same way, but what else can we do at the end of the day?
he smiles and chuckles.
Nice one.
And actually sort of stops playing briefly. Well, he stops strumming. He's still like plinking away with his left hand just on the top frets just to make a little sound. But he puts the arm over your shoulders, Noah. Sort of like in that friendly lean. And he goes, "You helped them see that this was my choice."
I understand that. I don't like it, though. I would rather you meet up with Tom and we all come back after this and stuff. I don't like extending people like this.
He actually gives your shoulders a little squeeze before letting go. And he turns, now just walking backwards, which, this is knotted grass, dips. It's treacherous terrain, but he moves over it so gracefully, even walking backwards. And he just calls out to the rest of you and just goes, "My friends, this is my choice. I ask that you don't remember my death, but you remember my voice."
We don't like seeing people go like that, and if it's your choice, you've lived many lives, it sounds like. You don't need to be happy about it, though.
Not only have I lived for such a long time, I have done so without, well, the nonsense of the masquerade. A long, singular, happy life. It's more than most Fey experience.
Only Morris here. He'd be ecstatic.
Ah, yes, the lessons of Morris, right? The Fae
Yeah.
speak of them as if they are bitter on the tongue, something nasty.
Well, I'll let him know about your choice and your little concert out into the evening.
My choice isn't one of embracing death, but of loving life and seeing it continue.
There's really nothing else we can do, is there?
Not in the time we have, friends. This new friend cannot speak through demon or angel. It attaches to the happiness and love in our hearts as mortal beings. It understands us better than any higher being can.
And it's just going to kill you. It is a fucking monster, and I hate it.
It's not going to kill me. It will hurt them as much as it hurts you.
I've heard that before.
He pauses, just sort of looking around, and goes, well, this place seems as good as any. We're in the plains. We're within its reach. Shall we sit down and have something nice to eat?
Noah reaches into the portable hole and pulls out a blanket and sits it down onto the grass.
Marvelous. More prepared than last time.
Much more. I've got this thing. It's been a real godsend. Wiggling the portable hole. Can't carry half of this stuff.
You know, you can ask others to assist.
I know, but I want to carry my own stuff. I can't just ask you to be holding all of my book, all my potions, all of my cloak, spaceship model.
You may need to learn about what is necessities in travel.
Did I say anything that didn't sound important? I don't think so.
How many cloaks are you packing?
Well, 2 so far. Both important.
That is fair.
My
What
dear
is...
lizard folk, I don't think we've met.
No, we haven't. I've been a silent observer to this. I am Melikka.
Ah, Melikka. Then, my dear, you must know that you speak of necessity, but isn't pleasure and joy such a thing?
It can be.
Then, I would say that this is a necessity to bring comfort on weary travel.
Agreeable.
He is going to take a seat on the rug. On the rug? Rug's the wrong word.
Blanket.
Blanket.
Like it.
That's the right word.
I'll bring a rug next.
Alright, now we're being silly.
technically, I could get a
Blankets
rug
and
out.
rugs.
You want to get a rug out, Nim?
Rug. I could get the rug out if you wanted the rug, but I don't know if you need it.
I think a blanket is more than enough. As long as everybody is comfortable.
Noah sits down.
Iala takes a spot over in the corner of the blanket.
Oh, how is this going to work?
Well, first, we're going to share some food and drink. And we're going to talk as friends through. And in doing so, we will experience together. And we will find joy in each other. And our friend will join us.
Okay, what do we have for food here?
We have all manner of things. And Bill is going to start playing on his instrument. And suddenly the air is alight with patterns, colours dancing through the air, creating figures. Clear fey magic happening. The tune that is manifesting isn't just coming from his lute, his voice. It is coming from the air around you moving. And Bill is going to cast Hero's Feast.
Wow.
Oh,
He's powerful.
A banquet appears, a table manifesting on the... I keep wanting to say rug, help me. Why is this happening?
It's a blanket. Do you want me to
Blanket.
just bring you?
Can
You know what?
Someone type the word
I'm-
blanket into Roll20.
I am going to use the creation spell. I can create something made of plant matter and fiber and shit like that. I will make a goddamn rug. There's now a rug
cool.
here.
There's a rug that a table manifests on.
Yes.
With a obscene array of food and drink on it.
It'll last for 24 hours. I've made a rug out
Funny
of
enough.
the
So will the
yeah.
effects from this feast.
So yeah.
Yep.
There. I have helped the DM. I'm down a spell
I
slot.
typed blanket
When,
like I
when
was
this
told.
goes wrong, remember that I used a spell slot to help the DM.
I hope that the manner of pastries and meats and vegetables and, well, breads and everything will be of suiting to you all. I've tried to account for the feast of all kinds that I know, so that you might find something familiar and favourite.
oh, thank goodness! I thought we were going to have to split rack, and that wasn't going to be really, a great feast.
Dreary rations is not the best of sends off, no?
No, Noah says grabbing a couple of pieces of bread and proceeding to make a really big sandwich.
Does this create chairs as well, or are we just gonna?
You know, his casting does.
Okay.
They're very simple, short stalls, just because, you know, you're still on somewhat uneven terrain, so, you know, stalls just fitted for that. But they're comfortable. Got a little cushion on top. There's even, like, a higher one where the platform's close to the table for you, Nim, and Nomi. But he's just going to take a seat and be like, so, I have an ask. Would each of you please tell me the happiest thing you've experienced since we parted ways? A joyful moment.
Let's see.
I have discovered the fact that there are ships that sail the stars.
Starships.
Yes, and I'm in the process of learning more and more how they work.
What wonders fill the imagination at the thought of that?
But you tell me. Oh, that's actually. Noah takes out their camera. Everyone, get around Bill, please.
Oh,
Bill looks sort of curious, but it's sort of like welcomes people to come around him. Nim, he'll actually sort of like offer for Nomi and you to like get into his arms if you want.
Nim will do so a bit reluctantly.
He looks down at you, Nim, and goes, "It'll be fine, my friend. Please."
Right. Everyone has a nice dish. Don't
Noah.
don't-
Noah.
Yes.
Maltori is actually just nudging you and holding his hand out for the camera.
Oh.
You should be part
yeah.
of this.
Okay. I was
What
going
about
to
the
put.
timer?
Yeah, I was going
What?
to put on the timer. There's a timer function.
What do you mean?
I can set up a timer.
How does that
so
work?
way it'll-
Is it this
well,
button?
you see-
Matori winces as he flashes himself at the camera.
Wow.
Ah, contraption.
You're not that one.
I'll do it. Just
Little photo of like a squinting, horribly like scrunched face Matori is
saving this one.
devil machine. Fine, take your timer.
All right, get it up. And everyone, look at the camera and smile.
Bill will smile joyfully.
Melikka is smile, lizard.
Iala smiles the best she can. It's a little bit sad.
I think, yeah, most of you have bittersweet smiles, if anything.
Yeah.
Melikka's just going with it.
Never
Unfortunately.
can't manage it. You just
Or
can't manage it.
She's about to murder someone, as all dolls do when they
Right.
smile.
You get that picture, and Bill just goes, "What is a curious machine you have?"
It's a camera. Noah takes out the picture, waves it, and then shows Bill. It's able to transform light and write it on special paper, if I'm understanding it correctly.
Ah, what wonders, hmm?
It's found it where we learn about starships stuff. Really exciting.
You, there's excitement in your heart when you speak of these, and that makes me happy.
Iala walks back over to her seat and fills a plate of various meat stuff.
Nim
I
just
think
lets
it's-
Nami go at the plates. She's not going to stop him from whatever he wants to do.
Nami is eating because he is a pseudo dragon, but he's not doing it ravenously. He does seem worried about you, Nim.
I would say one of the best things was we got to meet the gods, and I got to meet my Tiamat. She had some things to say to me, and it was. I enjoyed it very much. It gave me a little bit of a direction to go in.
Enlightens your heart.
Yes, I would say it did. I understand what I need to be going towards now, and
I'm
a new
so
destination I was
pleased
looking for.
that you have found your path.
It's still a bit squiggly, but it's a direction.
What have you, Taryc? Have you found happiness?
Honestly, I'd probably have to say the day we met Wilhelm.
Wilhelm?
A skeleton that was in
The Fomerian.
yes.
What seems like decades ago, the entire Feywild was aflutter about the passing of a Fomerian.
Yes. That is slightly less happy that that he had passed, but meeting him was
His presence in your
Wait,
life.
Got a picture of him too. Noah pulls out a picture and shows Bill.
It's good that you have things to remember us by.
I'm finding out this camera was a very, very good thing to bring along.
And what about you, old wizard? What? Is this all your stuff? No, I want to hear the happiness of all here. I need to. The happiness isn't one singular moment for me. It's coming to realize how much I'm cared for. And Maltori looks very awkward saying this. The people in my life that are choosing to be with me and stand by me through things that others would not tolerate or stand for. Even choosing to be family. And he actually looks over at you, Nim.
Nim nods at him, but she looks like she's kind of deep in her own thoughts.
Toby's not here, but he asked Cassian to speak, and Cassian speaks. He actually looks over at Melikka and just goes, "Have you found happiness with these people, my friend?"
She looks around. I've been with these people for a small time. And they support and guide each other in ways that, as you say, a family, Maltori. A family is what's happiness to me. This family and having the opportunity to assist them and protect them and maybe in time, once we get more familiar with each other, mentor them. That's happiness as family. I have further happiness in my life I hope to find as well.
Happiness is family. Spoken like a Mairi lady.
She gives that weird, awkward smile again. But it's with the eyes a lot.
And Nim, I know sorrow fills your heart now, but I do hope that you've had happiness in these days.
I have had happiness. I know many instances of very many things that I am happy for and have been happy with. I was happy when I realized that my great Fula had trusted me with her freedom when that's just something that would never be at risk for her. I was happy when the person who I admire and I see so much of myself in, I see somebody who understands me in a way other people do not. When they told me, they would have been proud if I had been their daughter.
Maltori is actually just not worrying about decorum or shame or anything. Maltori is just going to actually pick you up, Nim.
Sorry.
You get to go
Those
against
things make
wizard
me
robes.
Those things make me happy.
Little pet.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I have found such happiness in my day-to-day, in every moment. But my happiness... You know what my happiest moment was in my life once we parted?
What?
This will sound very silly, but there was a young fawn who heard my idle strumming and came to visit me every day just to hear me play. I have loved and partied and seen wonders, but that made me feel more wonderful above all else. I got to teach her how to play the lute. She's far better than me now, and that makes me immensely happy.
lovely.
Well, time to make a friend. He starts to strum on the lute, just idly at first. And then, as he seems to close his eyes and get into a rhythm of playing, those sort of fade witch lights start to play in the air again. But this time they sort of intensify, whirling around you all. Almost like creating a painted scene around you. Right now it just matches the backdrop of the plains, the forest back to your west. But it looks painterly. Someone's taken oils to the air itself. And as he opens his mouth, his voice is joined by another. It seems to be created by the melody of his instrument, the sound of the air, a voice overlaid over his own that just says, "Hello."
Hello?
Hello.
I'm sorry to meet you like this.
Who are you?
I am the sister of hell. I am the one that dwells here.
Yeah, Ialia's eyes widen.
I am a guardian at the gate. I am the joy found in the happiness of others.
What does that mean? Are you stealing? Are you like a seal for what's trapped here, or?
I am no seal. I am another. What you would call an entity from beyond. I do not have name, but the joy and the happiness of others is what I am and what I feel.
Are you related to the Malinorath in any way?
No, we are not kin. It comes from a place where it is the only one. Lonely, without knowing what loneliness is. Suffering, without knowing suffering. I come from a place of many, a reflection of you all. Everything that is felt and fought and sought is what we are.
So you're like a living feeling.
That is a way to put it, yes. As my brother is the suffering sought in others, I am the joy.
What are you doing in this place? How did you come to be here?
I came here long, long ago, and that oil painting shifts and changes, builds tune, turning into something almost orchestral, despite his lute being the only thing playing. You can hear other instruments in the backdrop. That oil painting in the air, now showing towering spires of silver, stretching into the sky. You can see objects flying through the air. Noah, shape of starship taking off. And amongst it all, dragons in the air. I came here when this land thrived. When it was the domain of what this world called the first dragons. When I arrived, the emotional was the one who remained. Kindred. I felt her. I felt her reach. Of course I had to come. The oil backdrop changes again, now showing a majestic dragon, not coloured like any you've seen before, this sort of vibrant array of shifting reds and blues and pinks that just her entire form seems to shift, expressing emotion of those around her and herself. The emotional welcomed me, even as others were wary. She felt what I was and welcomed me into her land. I lived here amongst all of the beings, feeling as they felt, feeding on their joy.
So what have you been doing here in these plains? Well, obviously something happened. The cataclysm.
The cataclysm.
How?
The melody takes on a somber tone. That backdrop of spires, silver in the sky. You suddenly see the sky redden, something plummeting, fire burning, and as it strikes the spires, suddenly the painting goes white, a blinding flash seeming to emanate light. The cataclysm brought things low. I wish I could have helped. I watched her struggle, and you are shown a visage of the emotional. Her wings spread, facing the fire, trying to engulf a populace, energy pouring from her. She gave her all to save but few. Even as she saved them, she knew that it would not last. What fell
Iala's breath hitches in her throat. when
brought
she's saying
death, lasting, long, tainting the land. She saves what she could, but those that survived, those that perished, I offered them what I could. Joy even in suffering. Small feelings to try and carry them through. I have remained here since. I try to offer them comfort still. You hear the beckoning of the plains.
At night, yeah.
The souls that remain here.
Are there souls still trapped here, or are they choosing to remain here?
She tried to save what she could. Her power, letting them last longer than they should have. Those that perished clung to them, and they joined them as they perished too. Such calamitous death all at once. There are so many souls wandering this land, and they gather here, where she stood. Please, forgive them. They know not what they do. They just want company.
Is there nothing we can do for them? Is there... It's only... is it only them keeping them here? There's nothing like sort of steel or ritual or anything that we could release?
It is complicated. There is no seal holding them here, nothing binding them, but an embittered end. It would fill my heart with joy to see you help them.
don't even know where to begin for that.
It's
Do
a
you-
task for a great necromancer.
Sounds like an exorcism on a grand scale.
Matori just frowns a little bit, sort of staying quiet.
If you are of this plains, do you know the hole that is the pit that is made here in its not its center, but deep within the plains?
Yes, of course. I'm sorry for the fear I instilled. Joy does not make people stay away. And I have no words but which he gives me now. You can all see Bill concentrating, playing his own voice barely audible now. And you can see the strain on his face.
Iala gets up and sits next to Bill and just kind of puts a hand on his leg and just does a reaffirming press, signaling he's doing good so far.
Do you know of any way to seal up those pits that are in your plains?
Yes.
Is how might we do that?
The image changes again, the destruction fading away, almost like it's turning to paper in the air, canvas being wiped. And then a figure emerges from it. And she looks like walking paint. Her form not entirely solidified. When she raises an arm, you see like gaps beneath briefly before they're filled in. But it's a feminine figure. Her face not entirely detailed. Looks like a half-remembered attempt to paint somebody from somebody's past. But she steps forward, standing amongst you now. And as she gestures towards the paper, you realize Bill is doing this. This isn't the figure trying to make a presentation. This is Bill and his theatrics right now. Me and my brother came through rifts into your realm. Well, it is joyous to me. I understand what his company meant. Our kind have come to many worlds before, and there are ways to close such things behind us. In the old days, there were magic spells that could do so, of course long now forgotten. Now all that remains is blood and perhaps glimmers of technology.
Blood, you say? Whose blood?
The blood of you all, of your kind, of those with power. Blood magic always lasts.
Iala looks over at Maltori.
Matori actually frowns. There's that slight look of disgust in his face that seems to come up with blood magic. And the figure just sort of goes, but such things come with such a price that perhaps you are better to seek the means of the ancients.
Yes, there's been enough blood staining these plains already.
This land was a gateway to others, not just of this world, but out there. And the figure reaches towards the sky, and as they do, the painting backdrop turns into a starscape, and you see worlds orbiting around you all. On many such places, there are great means, and some few places may still be reachable.
Trying to find the solution on another world? Noah says in barely contained excitement.
You have been told to seek the traveler. I tell you to seek its means. Here, there was once a gateway that could lead to other places. There was another in the land of the god Talan. I do not know if either still stand. But I know one that would stand still. Where the traveller rests, not its body, but its soul.
Well, where would that be?
In a place that struggles to leave these lips. Deep within the Feywild, beyond the trees.
In the Feywild?
The figure inclines their head, and they move, placing their hand against the painting. And then there's a wry smile, both on the figure and Bill's lips. Your apparatus that captures image. Prepare it.
Noah takes out their camera.
First, a map appears. Seems to be of Galen nearby. You see that tree line, you recognize the landscape, and then stretching off, it leads towards the mountains. And past it, a very roughly drawn city. And you see a tall tower with just this round circle overlaid over it, a gate. The first one here, though it may be lost, it could be found. You take a picture of that, Noah?
Yes, Noah takes a picture.
The paint fades, and then another, a cavern. Steel beams supporting rock roof. Buildings within, and in the center of a plaza, again, a circle, a gate. You see that this is the focus here, this cavern, but around it, arrayed, seems to be a landscape. You see cities, villages. I don't know if any of these places yet exist, but in Talan's land, there was a place still.
Noah snaps a photo.
And
We
finally,
take pictures of these suspiciously hex-shaped maps.
Shh, shush, shush.
What is that hex that you speak of?
And finally, they struggle. Bill stopping the tune momentarily. The images start to fade before he picks it up again with doubled fervour. His fingertips seem to be bleeding. And you see an image constantly shifting, forests moving, pathways drawn and redrawn, overlapping, twirling, trying to make a map of the Feywild. Clearly unable to. But as the forests shift and move around, suddenly, for the briefest of second, Noah, give me a dexterity check. If you want to
Yeah.
catch this.
Just flat dexterity.
Well, what would you try to argue otherwise?
Deception wouldn't work for
No.
that.
How fast you can hit the button on your camera to take the picture.
Yeah. I don't have to light up.
My hand would be good.
I will be generous and say that I will let you guidance this if you want.
No, it does have it boost, so no, we'll do that. We'll guidance
Okay.
and
You
We'll
might need to
check 'em.
wheel it too.
yeah,
All right.
we'll dexterity.
Oh.
All right. Roll your
Oh.
guidance.
Oh, wait, do you have advantage?
You don't have advantage, so that's a 4.
Oh,
Oh.
give me.
This is a real uphill battle. We don't even know what the DC is.
Feywild shifting image.
I'm gonna be
split
kind. It's a DC 15. That's still
Impossible.
for
second.
Noah.
That's
Impossible.
impossible with a foe.
It's not impossible.
Yeah,
If
could be a
They roll max on those.
Oh, they need one more point. Oh.
And
But they said it was impossible.
it is not because
It's not a
I can-
15.
I can give them a +2 thanks to Shalai.
Does that work on other
July-
people?
Yeah, it worked if someone within 30 feet of me, in 30
Oh.
feet of Shalai.
Can you just paste that real quick?
Yes, I will take that. Leave it together. I loading.
Trigger this thing's makes a bit check. Yeah.
Nice.
Holy shit. Okay.
Well, Shalai makes it happen then.
Yeah. All right. Shalai makes this happen.
Noah's finger.
Shalai, Noah, you're so focused, waiting for this moment that you feel is coming. You don't know what's coming, but you feel there's something important about to be revealed here. You're so
Shalai says apple
tense.
slice makes you jump and hit the button.
Yeah, you're so tense and ready for it that you almost miss it. If it not for this little pseudo dragon meeping in startlement at the image, making you reflectively click down on your camera.
That works for wheel too because that's basically luck.
And you catch the image that appears. Not this crudely rendered oil painting, this almost resplendent, so detailed, almost lifelike image of a city within the Feywild. Not made of stone and metal and glass, but clearly these tall, spiraling buildings of tree and leaf and colour and beauty. It looks like a city of the ancients made by the Fae.
The
It's-
Dominion.
It's there for a second. Your camera flashes and it is gone.
Got it. I got it. What did I even get though? Noah says, taking up the photo and looking at it.
Beyond the forests of the Fae.
I just realized this is a Polaroid image. This is going to be the tiniest effing map for
Uh-huh.
Noah.
It's
Good thing Noah has a +15 to perception.
Yeah, I'm just saying, this is like, what is this made for ants, right?
I was gonna say quite 50 size map.
No, it's huge. Too big.
Yeah, see?
It's a camera from the far future, so it's very high definition.
Yeah. Like Google Maps, you can touch it and like zoom in.
Also, if you guys ever figure out that the images are actually still digitally distorted and get them out, that'll be fucking massive. Yeah, that vanishes and the backdrop starts to fade. Bill's playing starts to slow. I'm sorry, I'm not of more aid.
Thank you.
Hey,
I told you, I am the joy found in the happiness of others.
It couldn't really symbolize a name, so I tried something.
I was trying to see if it had any like hell anyone. So
Mm.
I think hell is the
Thank
name
you
that we
for-
give it.
Thank you for what you've been able to do for us. It will help us move forward. And I'm sorry this was the only way for us to properly speak.
I will keep you safe whenever you step in these lands. I will do my best to keep that thing off of you. You carry it with you now. I feel it.
mysterious.
How do you know how bad it is? Can you see what it's doing to her?
I suspect much as it did to others that stepped here long before you. It will become you without knowing what it is. You will be it without knowing what you are. You will start to behave in ways you do not understand or even realize. You will work diligently to open a rift to something new.
Do you know of any ways we can suppress it?
I do.
Or what do we have to do?
Bill pulls out a knife. No. That was the answer last time.
You sit here, you listen to his song, and you receive our gift.
Right.
Beware that you carry it still, even as it is held back. But with this, I hope that each of you may tread safely around it now. You will recognize the threat it is. You will shrug off its assaults and assails. Its deceit and illusion. This is not a perfect protection, but it is more than any have had. And it should let you delve and discover.
Thank you.
We will take this gift gratefully.
Yes.
And I suppose happiness in us is where you will be.
I'm glad that we got to experience this before we went.
Thank you for talking with us.
You will bring happiness to this land again.
That is the goal. I hope to bring happiness wherever we go.
That fills my heart.
Some of that happiness is gonna be through a sinful, through sin. But hey,
The figure steps back, fading into the painted backdrop, which too turns into ripples in the air and fades away as the song dies down until eventually the last note is played and Bill lets the lute fall from his hands, still sitting up, a tired smile on his face.
Iala tries to catch the loot before it hits the ground.
You're able to grab it.
Are you still with us?
Drifting. I think I'm going to go with her.
Thank Thank you. Rest well.
Oh, such sights you're going to see. And he smiles wide, and his eyes drift shut. And then he starts to slowly slouch over.
She puts out a hand to steady him
You
on his shoulder.
You're able to stop him from falling, but you can feel that stillness.
Goodbye, Bill. Thank you.
Yeah,
Right.
we should take him back to the Morden, perhaps.
That'll be best.
How do we move him? Should we wrap him up in the blanket?
Yes, wrap him in the blanket or the rug. And Maltori just sort of like chuckles sadly to himself. He's already starting to summon a floating disc. What am I doing? We can just teleport from here. Still, this is dignity. And he finishes casting the floating disc.
You can use the blanket. I'm probably not able to move him.
Melikka will come over and
Come on, strong girls, get to it. He sort of motions at Taryc and Melikka.
roll the blanket over him and pick him up like a big old burrito.
Burrito Bill.
Burrito Bill.
He just died. You can just
Melikka opening her mouth. Ah! Don't waste! No, I am not like my others of my kind. I know respect.
He called him a burrito.
It's
We
what
don't know what burritos are.
I don't know what a burrito
Burritos don't exist. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
I rolled him up in a funeral shawl.
That is.
Then you go on without me. I'll be there in a bit.
You shown him?
Yes, I am sure.
You're able to get yourself back.
And I'll go away.
You sure you don't want someone to stay?
I've got Mommy.
Mommy bobs his head. Maltori frowns a little bit, nods, and goes, You've got reagents to teleport back.
Of course, I have more than is sane to have.
That's my prepared go. Okay. Maltori will start doing out a teleport for everybody, but Nim and Nomi. Children, gather up. Let's get this man home.
We'll see you in a bit. Stay
Yes,
safe.
of course.
If I don't see you in half an hour, Nim, I'm teleporting back.
Then you'll have a long walk out here.
So I'll fly.
Threats.
Mm-hmm. And he just sort of like points his staff at you, wiggling it a bit.
Why?
For,
Why don't you do the same thing and send me ascending?
no.
Stubborn old man.
He sort of chuffs a bit.
That's where you're supposed to stay, sticky, filthy children, Papa.
You'll need to. Please be safe, Nim. Mavis. Alright.
That's both my name.
He's going to cast teleportation, and you can all step through back to the Morden circle point. Nim.
More than likely.
More than likely. Nim, you see your friends vanish. The teleportation circle closing behind them.
Nim is going to get on Mummy's saddle and start directing him towards the tree line.
Okay. Nomi will take flight towards the tree line. Just laying it out a little. Me?
I need to take a minute for myself. You understand, Mummy. And when we get into the trees a bit, Nim's gonna go through her bag. Let's see what all I have in this wonderful bag of mine.
It's going to set
Nim
fire to the
is-
woods.
I'm going to set fire to the woods. Okay, Nim has a fancy-ass bottle of scotch,
Mm-hmm.
a fancy-ass bottle of ale, and some superb bourbon that I bought. Because I bought out all the fancy ale that the Tom had.
Mm-hmm.
Suburban.
Superbin. I got some really good stuff. I'm going to take out some truffles and a chocolate bar. And I'm going to set them out in the woods as kind of an offering. And I'm going to call. I don't know if any of you are out there or if you're listening, but I am very sorry. And I imagine that you are hurting as badly as I am.
Nim, can you...
And Nim is going to start to sing The Girl from Tuli.
As,
It was the song that her and Bill used to sing.
it was. As you sing Nim, can you just go ahead and give me a perception check?
Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna get to that part of the sheet because I had the other sheet open.
Nim,
I don't have guidance on.
that's fine. 19's good enough. Nim, as you sing, you hear a soft voice joining yours, and the viola being played as you catch a glimpse of a fawn in the distance, joining you in song.
And then we'll take a minute to get that out, and then go draw the circle and teleport with everybody else after.
Okay.
It probably takes about 10-15 minutes.
Yeah. Everyone else, you arrive back in Morden. The guard post that's like been set up here, handling refugees, still built up. Looks like, even though the refugees have been moved through and so on, they might be planning on making a guard post at the teleportation circle an actual proper thing. Normally these sort of things come forgotten about, infrequently used, but they've kind of come to realise it's important.
I return.
Yeah, welcome back.
Welcome back.
And all I have to say is, dang, this episode got depressing.
Yeah.
No internet, but I've had my phone.
You've been following along. Yeah.
Yeah, my data's going to suck this month.
Yeah. Well, you arrive back in Morden. Immediately, you're sort of met by a couple of the guards who pause at the sight of the floating disc with very clearly a body-sized bundled mass on it.
Mm-hmm.
One of the guards actually just pausing, going, "What's
A fallen friend.
Are they? There's a priest and maybe someone at the guild could help you."
Yeah, probably. We're probably going to bring him over to the one of the churches and have him entombed.
No, we're going to take him to the people of Galen.
Oh yeah.
They'll
probably
know.
better. Do we? I don't think we should bring him over to Tom
No,
first.
the sister.
Yeah. Just bring him over to her.
You go ahead, children. I'm going to wait here.
All right.
Okay.
She'll probably be okay. She won't. She won't be long. I hope.
I hope, but I'm going to message Awa, ask her to come meet me here as well.
Right.
Pick up
Yeah.
body because the
Just
distance
doesn't move.
further.
Right. You are able to. One of the guards will actually accompany you. Leading you to. They know where most people are at this point. They're going to take you over through. Actually, where is Sister Olenway going to be? That's a good question. Yeah.
Helping at the Bahamut Temple. They don't have a priest right now.
Yeah, I think that might be it. You're going to be led to the Bahamut Temple. It causes recognition as you walk through the streets. People know who you are, and they are seeing you carry what very clearly reads as a wrapped body. So a sort of like quiet, respectful, or worried. It varies, hard to tell.
Oh man, there's
Hush.
some terrible gossips going on because they're trying to figure out whose body that is, and
Yeah.
Maltori's not with you.
Maltori's not with you, and admittedly, Nim's not with you, but there's a scale issue there.
Well,
Yeah, but there's also like there's no sign of Nami either, so
Yeah.
they don't know what's going on with that, right?
Yeah.
and we don't know about where Arwa is at this point. No one may know
Mhm.
where she have seen her either. So
Yeah. Well, Arwa is less recognized as one of the adventuring heroes of your group, you know.
They're more likely to think
here.
that they're more
Maltori's
likely
dead.
to think something bad happened to Maltori.
Yeah.
They might think Nim also died, but isn't
Uh-huh.
visible.
and Arwa's here. She's in town.
not with.
Yeah.
But people might not
Not
have seen
with
her.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hushed tones, maybe gossip starting, but you're able to make your way to the temple. Temple's still kind of busy. They're still running their kitchens just for, people that need it. But you're able to head on in, and it's not hard to find Olenway. She's just ministering to people. The brother is actually nearby as well. Notably, you're not swarmed by pseudo dragons as normally happens here. Pseudo dragons actually settled down a bit. You can see them peering from like the rafters, just curious. As you enter, Sister Olenway sort of glances up, and her eyes do go wide, and she's immediately hurrying over to you, looking. That underlay of panic that is very carefully controlled and sealed, but you can see it in the eyes.
The eyes are darting around, looking
Uh-huh.
at everybody for an answer right now.
Yep.
It's not Maltori. That's what you're thinking.
Who?
It's Bill.
Her face falls more than maybe if it had been Maltori. A look of genuine upset on her face, and she's just going to like very carefully pull aside the wrapped blanket.
Like it.
Oh, we had the rug at that point too.
Near
so we
near
could've
his
done
face. No, he's not wrapped in a rug. It's a blanket. And
Oh,
she pulls it aside near his face and just closes her eyes briefly, her head leaning down, not in prayer, just in grief.
He chose this.
He chose to die.
He lived many lifetimes in the Feywild, hundreds of years, and he
That's
came.
no time at all.
Oh,
she's an elf.
For those of us who don't live as long as some can, that can be forever. Still too soon.
he chose to come back to help us with the melanoma. we've learned a great deal, as well as some some protection against it. And he went smiling. He was really happy.
She seems to look even more pained momentarily when you say that. One of her hands just going to her bosom, clutching at her heart.
Figured you would know what he would pick up.
Yes. Right. Thank you for bringing him to me. Feels like just moments ago he was tugging on my skirt, looking up at me.
I'm sorry we couldn't do more.
I hope that was as a child.
No, drunk on the floor.
Help me, I'm drunk. I need to go home.
She's actually going to, put her arms under him to take him from you.
I will start to put it down because see if we can,
It's clearly very heavy for her, but she's able to hold him up. And she looks down at him in her arms for just looking at you, and you can see tears running down her cheeks. And she goes, "I'm going to rest him down in Iala and then arrange." We weren't supposed to lose anybody.
I'm not sure what we could have done. He was very, very set on his path.
Strong-headed. And she doesn't even wait for a reply. She just starts to walk away from you all with him.
We almost made it without losing anyone, Galen. That's... Well, you don't forget him now. Glad he was able to help us in the end. And there's a smile on his face. It's bittersweet, but maybe let us head home and prepare for the others to return as well. Yes?
If there's nothing else to do, then yes, I think that is a wise option. I handled that Mautore can deal with things as he is, but I need to stick with the rest of you. So,
I don't feel like
Lead
doing
on.
much else anyway, so let's go home.
And she starts walking back to the manor.
Right. You all start making your way back to the manor. Nim, when you finally come through the teleport circle, you see Awa standing nearby, Mautore sitting at the only sort of guard outpost table in one of the chairs. The guardsman nearby actually looking a little put out. You can see like there are cards on the table, the guards drink a bit of his meal.
I
Clearly
told you, old man, I'd be here. You didn't need to wait.
I just didn't want to walk any further, that's all.
That's pretty great.
Needed
thought
to
you
sit
could
down.
fly.
And why waste spell slots when I can just take a little rest here? You okay, Nim?
No,
No.
no. but I suspect that it would be a lie to say otherwise. Yes.
It would be. It wasn't worth it.
And it was all my fault.
No. It's not your fault.
But kept my damn fool mouth shut. He wouldn't have been in the Feywild. Maybe we would have figured it out. Maybe that wouldn't have happened to him.
Natoria.
No, I jump random ideas and I say them like they're going to work. And then the worst thing, I convince other people it's the right thing to do. And then it hurts somebody I love.
Natori sort of looks down and just goes, maybe so. Maybe there was a better way. But you can only do what's best in the moment, and I would have done the same.
You would not have turned to Faye. You were smarter than me like that.
No, I am as much a fool as anybody, Nim. I would turn to whatever seems the best recourse in the moment, and I think I may have done worse than the Fae, so... You gave him a long and happy life. He didn't die out in the plains, and he got to live.
It will probably be a few days before Olin will want to travel. I assume they're going to want to have a funeral.
I imagine so. I think maybe we could do with a small recuperation also.
Do you have any good ideas where I can dump Noah's bed?
Awfully, my immediate mind goes, well, apparently we're safe now. Why don't we go dump it into the blasted Mara Noref's hole?
I think that Noah would be really mad if he ever found out.
Imagine if Noah found the bed in the cave with all the spooky slimes.
Oh, you speak my language so strongly sometimes. I need to go put it down by the locked door at the bottom of the Bahamut temple.
Ah, yes, down at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah. Lots of stairs, right?
Oh, we could use, no, Nim. We require a spell to bind an object in place. We put it on a ceiling.
Oh, that sounds kind of neat.
Okay, I see that your misery is being covered by this humor stuff, but, come
Maybe I
here.
should just put it in the Alia's room.
I was like picking up Nomi to pick you up, Nim. But she is like going to like sort of nudge you off onto her shoulder and bring you in against her neck.
Get to hug and kiss my girlfriend, and I am sorry, my dearest. You must have been worried about us while we were gone.
No, I was confident that you would all be fine, but you want to tell me what's happened?
I think you can kind of guess. Will died.
And she just nods and she's gonna. Maltori and I will start walking with you both back towards the manor, and
I'm assuming that we'll catch Arwa up on what happened.
yeah, and you can recount things to Arwa if you so desire to. Eventually, the rest of the group arrives back at the manor first, but Maltori, Arwa, and Nim and Nomi arrive not shortly after.
Oh, because you're all right.
Yes, she was chased through the wilderness, apparently. Ravenous beasts.
Terrible creatures.
They could not be that ravenous if they wish to take her.
She is a delicious little snack. If I have to hear Awa say that one more time.
The hungrier you are, you eventually go for anything.
We're not leaving
Good to
today,
know
children.
that I will be always available for desperation.
Yes, I do think we need a day to recover from that.
A day to recover. But
Also that they need time to mourn the loss of their friend before we ask Olenway to travel.
Matori actually sort of sits down and is just sort of playing with his staff a bit, sort of rubbing the bottom of it along the floor, back and forth, before he looks up and goes, I suppose so, but delays. We could ask that she catch up, although we'll have to make sure somebody is here to send her on her way if... I suppose I could come back and get her when she's ready.
That's
If we're
assuming we
allowed.
can get back.
Assuming we can get back, yes.
It honestly might just be easier to wait. And Cassian's eyes drift over to them. That town's going to need closure, and other people are going to need closure as well.
We did pull a lot of them out from under the rug, as it were.
No, we left the rug out on the garden steps.
Oh, we did? I was trying to be somewhat insightful.
Do you think somebody's going to be traveling out there and see this goddamn table with rotting food on it and a rug and wonder what the hell's happened?
No,
Faye.
my carpet or rug will be away in about 24 hours or something. It doesn't last very long.
I wonder if that table will fade. Oh, I just made myself sad.
It was really good sandwich.
I'm glad you liked it.
So good that the sandwich that I'm imagining Noah made made me really, really, really hungry at the moment.
Was it a
Scooby-Doo sandwich.
Yes. There's this one sandwich place that we were introduced to, and they have really, really big roast beef sandwiches, and they're really good. And just thinking about it makes me really hungry.
Stop thinking about it.
Matori,
I need to step real quick just to get a drink of water. I will be back.
Matori's leaning back in his chair a bit and just going, okay, children, if the funerary process takes too long, we will move, but if they are able to arrange it within the next few days, we'll stay.
Iala nods.
I'm sorry, but we can't spend forever.
I mean, we've already seen him off. I think we've seen him off in the best way possible.
I'm of the same mind. I'm okay with moving. We can't stay idle.
It is only on the way. Although perhaps we owe Tom a first-hand account. I don't know if that would help him or...
I think him hearing it from Olenway is probably better than hearing it from us.
Yes, she knows her people better. We'll,
He'll say the wrong thing, and he'll hate something out there. I hate something out there.
I will take care of recounting to Olenway what happened, and I will see what her plans are. You'll settle in, okay?
Alright.
I think you could do with a breather.
This is where I'd turn in for bed if I had one. I'm gonna go lie on the couch then and continue. Do I even need to read this King's book anymore? I
I
mean,
don't know.
I was reading it in case we needed it, but like,
You have
I
something
don't know.
else to read?
There is always information to be gained, something that could be missed. I don't trust what a disconnected entity could tell us.
Also, how do we even know that thing is what it says it is?
Because we trust Bill.
Bill had longer time with it, so he had the he'd know it more than we did.
I need to think that it wasn't worth it, but at least it was worth something.
At least we now don't have to worry about the Malinorath influence as much as we did before. That's worth something.
Perhaps. Mallory sort of stands up and just looks over the group of you and just goes, things will be worse than this, children.
Late to get my hopes up.
We will see wonders and joys and great things, but adventuring hurts. So, embrace this pain, learn to know it. It'll fuel you. And the best things come from pain, especially for us casters.
Isn't that like blood magic though?
Blood magic seems to keep coming up.
I'm guessing that's not an option that you generally like to consider, seeing your distaste to it.
Yes, and do ponder what someone like me, willing to delve into dark arts and reprehensible spells, because it already means that I find it distasteful.
Iala
I would
and I
think-
saw the old researchers cast blood magic when they were dealing away Wilhelm and Hefte. They sliced each other's throats to fuel the spell, Noah. You want to use blood magic? It is a suicide pact.
Not always, but it's close. Blood magic is a deceptive term. It's life
Okay.
magic.
Never said I wanted to use it. I was just saying that it seems pretty bad if Ori doesn't even want to do it. I would think it would be up your alley, but then I remembered skeletons don't have blood.
No, I seek undeath because I cling to life. Blood magic is the expenditure of life.
That's gathered. Yeah, that does not seem to.
Maltori's path to undeath has been curated that he wants to not harm another when he does so.
Except
Blood
Horenfell,
magic sees
maybe.
the harm of someone. There's always an exception.
I'm gonna slap him around the head. Is it strange that all of this makes me want to see him?
You give
So
him a
you're
hug.
Be angry at somebody and feel justified.
Angry at him and to see my friend.
I'm sorry.
Well, what if we lure him to a spot and cast a binding, binding on him?
How alarming do you think he'd find that? We bind him and I go up and hug him and then we leave.
I mean, that would be really great, I think.
If I wasn't
You'd have
worried about him
nightmares.
murdering us all, I'd love to do it.
You'd have so many nightmares from it. It would be kind of worth it.
I'll be.
Honestly, I don't know if that would soften him up a touch or make him hate us more.
I don't think he can hate me more than he does now. I'll be back in a
There's
bit,
deeper levels
children.
of hate.
And I can get the feeling that he hates us, and more that we're kind of in his way. I guess it's not really that great either, but at least
Maltoria,
not a gory level.
Maltoria actually pauses on his way to the door and looks back at you and just goes, I think he's afraid for you.
Well,
Honestly, that's what I got from him. He's incredibly annoyed with us.
You are all very annoying.
Yes, we are, and we want to continue being so, especially to our little old man.
Sticky children. He sort of chuckles to himself as he leaves the door.
Noah is going to pull out the planes book and just lie on the couch and start perusing it again.
I'm going to make you all some tea, Hawa says softly. She's going to go up to the... Wait. Where's the kettle? Where...
Oh, all right. Noah reaches into their portable hole and pulls it out. I think this coffee's bad now.
Oh, that's been in there
Oh.
all day.
It's just one day old coffee. What bad? I don't even drink
Did
coffee.
you-
What am I saying?
Oh, no, no. No, there's no
What?
coffee in that kettle.
Bad caffeine high.
No, it's in the portable
It's in the
hole.
portable hole.
Oh.
okay.
Because he just pulled the kettle out.
It
Oh,
poured all the coffee into the bottom of the portable hole. I hope you don't have anything in there like paper.
how,
Or
how
I
do
know
books.
it does.
I was going to just hand you a washcloth.
Oh,
Well, we know what you're doing for the rest of the day.
oh.
Just don't put loose liquid-containing vessels in a portable hole or bag of holding.
Yes, unless you stopper them. Make sure you always stopper
You-
what you got to think.
Kettles do not stop up well.
No, they don't. I'll be up in my room. There's something I want to do.
Okay. When you say that, Nomi looks at you and you get a flash of me. I come.
If you want to.
Nomi is going to puff chest, walk up alongside you. Doesn't pick you up or try to take you up the stairs.
No, just goes up the stairs slow.
Yeah. Nomi joins you.
Wait, can't I just cast control water and get this all out?
But it's in another plane.
I'll just stick my head in there.
I mean, you can climb into your portable hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do
Yeah.
that. Then you could cast it. Does coffee count as water?
Well,
No.
my
No,
thought
it's
on
not.
it is it would pull the water out of the coffee.
Leave the coffee behind.
It would
It
leave a
is-
nasty
It
mess.
is not that granular because I am not going for the pulling water content out of people rabbit hole that leads
no,
down.
Oh,
No, I
that
would
ma-
just think of this as more of a jokey thing that. Could
Nope.
occur.
I ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole.
because jokey things turn into human cannon
But yeah,
Real.
Our railgun.
or
I mean,
human.
portable
human
holes are
rope,
nice in that
whatever
you
it's
lay them
called.
out and they stay open. So yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
Clamber in.
Just a big hole in the living room.
Yeah. Someone's just
Oh,
gonna
hello.
walk by idly, not see it, go tumbling.
I mean, it's been used for like trap setting too.
Yeah.
You just lay a hole out in front of a door. A person walks
Oh, portable
out.
holes are very versatile.
Yeah.
Or just a pit. But
Okay. Noah's gonna start cleaning. Nim, what are you doing up in your room?
Yeah, I'm gonna get up in my room. I'm gonna take out my books and my various little doodly bobs and start drawing some circles on the ground. And then I'm gonna cast a spell. I'm casting
no.
Contact Other Plane.
Uh-huh.
I'm currently choosing between Stolen, which I think was Maltori's previous
Patron.
person
Patron.
or I'm debating just going right for the nothing, or what's his name now? I always forget
Badam.
the Badam. Yeah, I'm trying to decide between the two. Anybody want to chime in? Which one do you think's more fun?
Solid.
Solid.
That
Okay,
one will
yeah.
try to get you to sign a new deal.
Yeah, I mean it's not something that's not too terribly bad. So yep, I will go for Solon. I'm also gonna recoup one of my spell slots when I do this. I'll use my one ability.
I really need to double check this. Okay, so you're choosing Solon. Okay, make a DC 15 intelligence saving throw.
Okay, I succeed.
Oh, you're choosing to.
I succeed.
Okay.
Wait, what?
I succeed.
Oh, okay.
To be clear, I succeed.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
That's that bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, you also are you took Mage Slayer.
Oh, hell yes. That's why I asked if anybody else had it, because I was like, oh, hey, if you fail a charisma or an intelligence saving throw, you can do something about this.
Nim,
Does it successfully connect?
You feel a connection.
Great, so then, I understand that you are Maltori's benefactor in the past. I am wondering if you are available to meet at some point here in the material world.
There is a pause. Not sure what to read into that, but it's not an immediate answer. But then you get a maybe.
Are you still acting in Maltori's best interests?
Unclear.
Okay. Are you still in... Wait. They contacted Maltori the last time, but Maltori doesn't understand really how that came about. They just showed up. I don't think Maltori actually summoned them. Do you know anything about the god Badam?
Yes.
If I were to meet with you, could you explain them to me?
Yes.
If I were to cast a summoning spell, would you be able to appear?
I think this might have to be the short phrase.
Mm-hmm.
If you were capable of summoning me.
Cheeky. All right, that was my 5 questions. Nim's just going to start asking deities shit for herself now. She's not going to go through this in between, burning out the souls of people she likes. Good. Found somebody, talk to them. Tell me, I have met with Maltori's previous benefactor.
Actually, you know
we
what?
are making progress.
I think the answer would be slightly different than that. Yeah, I think it would actually reply this. If you had my true name.
Shit. Okay, well, I guess tomorrow I have to ask them some more questions.
Okay, does it start with an A? Does it start with a B? Okay, I'll contact you tomorrow for the other letters.
See, what you do is that you contact other creatures that may be associated with such an entity.
See, technically, I could cast this again right now.
Yeah.
But then I
What's your
don't
name?
have the safety net that will protect me from what I'm about to do to myself.
But hey,
The
what's 66 psychic damage, huh?
I mean, I'm in a bad emotional state. How bad could 60
Make a reckless decision.
Yeah, I make a reckless decision. I could hurt
You want
myself.
to fireball yourself with psychic damage.
Okay, so you're going to contact the plane again?
You know what? I'm gonna cast Bless on myself, and then I'm gonna cast Contact Other Plane. Because Bless isn't a concentration spell, so I
It
can
also
do this.
doesn't help with saving throws, but you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, does Bless not help with saving throws? I thought it did.
Oh wait,
Oh.
bless, yes, bless does.
Bless.
Sorry,
can
I
cast
thought
Bless
you
on
were talking
myself.
about guidance. Yeah.
No, I have Bless, so throw Bless on myself.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm gonna bless. I'll bless myself, and then I'm gonna do this. All right, so this is gonna be watch me fail.
All right.
Really badly. Intelligence saving throw, not guidance. I'm just gonna roll the intelligence, and then I'll see.
Yeah. Hey, you're fine.
Oh yeah, fine. Anyway, doesn't matter.
All right. There's a confused entity answering again.
Solen, what is your true name?
It's still,
Shit.
yes.
No, it's not. If a one-word answer would be misleading, the DM might instead of. Actually, the name is technically a one-word answer. So.
Oh, okay.
Fuck.
That's a strange name.
I mean, that's the best name ever.
Magical.
Oh, fuck.
That's a really cheeky answer, is what Nim's going to say. She's not going to register this as anything that means anything, because it means nothing to Nim. She's going to go. Are you a dragon?
Yes.
Yep.
Your parent gave you a very silly name.
Yes.
At least she agrees.
Oh, okay. Shit. I got 2 more questions to ask.
Yeah, because they were rude and took your statement as a question.
No, that was completely fair. I thought that should be taken as a question because it was a very rude statement. Why did you help Maltori?
Important.
Has he done the important thing you wanted him to do?
Complicated.
Fair enough. Well, goodbye. End of that one. Okay, well, I feel pretty good about myself. I got to talk to Solen, who has a really
Nim.
shit name.
Nim,
Yeah.
you feel a connection.
Mm-hmm.
Do you care about Maltori?
Yes. I'll give one-word answers too. This
Mhm. Yeah.
is fine. Hope they didn't take psychic damage dealing with me.
They definitely did not. Do you wish to see him along his path?
Yes.
Even if it meant his end?
No.
Would you put him...
Well, complicated. If it was like he was going to die and become a lich, I'll be okay with that one. But if you say like it end, then no. So it's complicated.
Would you put his fate above the world?
Yes. That's the honest answer.
I think the final question will be... the connection stops.
Okay.
Nim got star 69.
Yeah, I said the one answer that they completely don't accept. Okay, well, that was all I was gonna go upstairs to go do, and I'll start cleaning up my stuff after that.
I think, Nim, that you just introduced to that entity. I don't think they've ever had contact of a plane cast twice in a row on them before from the same person. I think you've just introduced them to the idea of troll calling using a spell.
So I didn't troll them though.
Oh no! You just made it occur to them that hey, I didn't think to just keep doing this.
It doesn't
I mean,
have to stop.
technically, I could do it again.
I mean, this would be funny.
It would be funny at this point.
So
be like,
about
hey.
Valtori ending the world. What's going on with that?
So what's the stuff about Valtori versus saving the entire world?
Oh man, if you wanna, you can.
What do you guys think? Should I go for it? I got one more spell shot.
Psychic damage. Psychic damage.
No, I think you're good.
You think I stopped where I'm ahead? Vaguely?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I got bad news that I don't like, so yeah.
Right. You do that. Everyone else, our does prepare you some tea. Not really any food in here, but you're able to start, just relaxing, trying to rest after that upsetting ordeal. Nim, do you come back down?
Yeah.
Sorry, I had a question for you.
Maltori's not here.
Oh.
He left to go talk to Oldenway, remember?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. You could sending him.
Maltori's not here.
Oh, no.
You were out.
Nim, Nomi will actually help you down the stairs this time. But he does it by picking you up by the back of your outfit. So you get sort of like...
has a troubled expression on her face.
Nim, looking pensive, troubled, has some deeply disturbing news as she's being bobbed about by this dragon coming down the stairs.
To be fair, I think that's just my mood now.
Mm-hmm.
Bobbed about by dragon.
Nomi will deposit you on the table near the teapot.
Noah, you get all your coffee out.
Noah, you're down in the hole still getting your coffee out.
He has gone spelunking.
Have
Could
they?
I use elementalism to sculpt this coffee out of here?
It's coffee in element.
I wish.
It's water.
Silence geologist.
It's dirty water.
No, go ask a prestidigitation person for help.
Cassian is actually watching down. Would you like some help?
I want to see Cassian get into the hole. I want to see the centaur get into the hole.
Get in the hole.
It's kind of hard getting all this coffee in one go. I thought I could just gulp it.
You need another rug.
No. I need more towels. Or
Isn't a towel just a big rug? Or a rug a big towel?
Actually, no. There's quite a wide difference between. We're not talking about that.
All right, towel. Fine. Give me a
You want like
second.
some blankets or something?
Does anyone know how to remove coffee stains?
This is why you drink tea.
Do you know how rare coffee is? The idea of staining anything with it is crazy.
Don't get them to begin with.
Cassian, can you do wizard stuff? I need help.
How big is the hole when it's packed up?
When it's packed up or laid out?
Packed up.
I mean,
Wait, why?
I mean, technically, when it's packed up, there isn't a hole because you sort of fold it in on itself.
Yeah, it's like a tea cozy.
Now,
You unfold it and
here's
it makes a hole.
Here's a question. If we were to fold the hole, and this is Cassian's thought process, we were told the hole.
It doesn't change the interior dimensions, so your prestidigitation wouldn't get all of it if that's where you're going.
Yes. It's like,
We are not
'Cause the
folding
interior
the
dimension's
hole.
different.
Noah is still in the hole.
I mean, whatever's in the hole is fine.
Is it? The coffee got spilled everywhere.
But the coffee pot was not destroyed.
Holding my portable hole. Just get rid of this coffee, Cassian. Stop stalling.
Why don't they just put the portable hole into the river?
Cassian's going to spin about and try to drop down the side of the hole.
Okay,
Oh,
give me an
no.
athletics check.
If you put a portable hole in the ceiling, does the stuff fall out?
And I'm going to use my inspiration on this.
Well, you might want to use that after the fact.
Yes.
Yeah, you definitely want to use your inspiration.
Yeah.
Lickety.
Okay,
Oh.
Noah,
gosh.
make me a dexterity saving throw. Oh, and Cassian, make me a dexterity saving throw.
So, Cack.
So a 5?
A
That's
5?
a 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cassian, how deep is a portable hole? 1 second.
It's like 30, I think.
Portable hole.
That was
It's not 30.
I thought it was 10.
Yeah, I thought it was 10. It was
Maybe
just
15.
deep enough to be
10 feet
the
deep, yeah.
knolls.
Oh, 10 feet, okay.
Right. So
Oh, you're chucking things into the hole. That's why you're taking
Cassian,
damage.
you take 3 points of falling damage. You're able to arrest
Does
your
my
forward
award
bit.
absorb that?
No, because I'm mean.
You
Ow.
always have the ward active?
Yes,
Technically, yeah.
seriously.
Oh my goodness.
there's enough damage to have dropped it.
Yep. You, Noah, you are going to take 6 points of damage from Cassian landing on you.
Cassian. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go over and then quietly
was
start
that?
folding the hole up.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
You're asking me to come
What are you
down?
doing? You say, Noah, as you see the hole closing up above you.
What are
What are you doing?
So
you asking me to clean
we
this up?
trapped some in the hole.
Couldn't do that on top of the hole? Who's closing
No.
it?
I have no idea.
To make a shush gesture at Melikka.
It's very slowly closing because it's Nim doing this as well, by the way.
No's going to Starlight Step.
Actually,
out there.
Cassian, it's only 10 feet deep. Technically, you could have probably pressed the...
I used to just shove his head in, but yeah.
Yeah, you might have had trouble hitting the center areas.
Yeah, that's why Cassian jumped in.
Noah Starlight steps out of the.
I don't think
falling
you
hole.
can get out of the hole with Starlight Step because it's to another plane, right?
As long, if you've got an opening, you can move.
Oh,
fine.
okay, you can
Yeah.
still do it. Okay.
Yeah, you can teleport across stable bridges, basically.
There's a hazard on the floor. This hole is going to hurt somebody.
I was just picking you up, Nim. No, we are not trapping them in the hole.
Why are you doing this? I
Why don't we
just
just put
wanted
it
to
upside down?
clean. I just wanted to clean this. Why is everyone fighting me right now?
I'm trying
What?
to help you, Noah. I'm giving you towels. But
Cassian,
everyone
don't
wants to
start
do other
casting.
stuff.
Just ignoring the mayhem. Casting.
Why
Just
don't we-
cle-
we
just
just
cleaning
put
the
it
hole.
upside down
Instead,
so
we are going to help them. And I was like just grabbing a little cup filled with water, dipping her fingers into it, and just starting to flick into the hole.
Oh, I can make water.
Yeah, little droplets are hitting Cassian and Noah.
Why? Wouldn't Noah be standing outside the hole now?
Oh yeah, no,
Nice.
Noah, you teleported out. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does
Cassian, you got little droplets of water hitting you.
Nim's gonna take out that water skin that has the Fula water in it and just lightly start sprinkling water into it.
No, there's stuff in there.
Now you can use your elementism and control water to
Yes, you want-
clean
you want
the
the-
rest of the hole.
You wanted water, right?
No, I wanted the coffee out. I didn't want water in because apparently controlled water doesn't.
Children, what
dirty
the fuck
water.
are you doing?
We're playing with Noah's hole.
What they're
Oh,
doing.
God, what?
I'm recommending quickly uptake.
Cassian, are you down there?
Yes. Whoever's
I told
throwing
them it's
water
a
on me is going to be in deep shit when I get out of here.
I told them it's a tripping hazard. There's a hole in the floor right now.
Uh-huh. Okay, why is the hole?
Apparently
in the
Noah
hole.
left spilled coffee in the hole, in the portable hole.
Oh, been there, done that.
And I'm
Those-
down here trying to clean it up, and everyone's being
Those
Helpful.
sitting on the
Being
Extremely
s-
helpful.
Being awful sticky children.
those sitting
Are
on
we
the couch
are we
with
sticky
the-
or stinky?
Sticky.
yes.
Sometimes the other one, no, yes.
those sitting there on the couch with
others.
their head in their hands. I don't understand why. I just was trying to clean.
I'm trying to help you. Water cleans, right? You don't.
Why were you cleaning it?
Because I was going to move it up into your room.
Why?
Because then it's not right here in the kitchen where someone's going to fall into it. Cassian just fell in.
But
in
the
the
towels
living
are in
room.
the kitchen.
Yeah, this is the living room.
What? Why are we at a table and why are there tea? I don't understand. I'm sorry, I just got done talking to an otherworldly being for a little bit. That's a stupid dragon that it was really annoying.
What was that about?
I went ahead
Wait.
and contacted your patron.
What?
Yeah,
You can't do that.
I did it
I did.
twice.
What?
I did it twice. After the second time, they called me back.
What?
I haven't got a call from them in years.
That's not how it works.
I thought about doing.
my calls.
I thought about doing it the third time, but I didn't have 5 more questions to ask.
What the fuck? Wait,
Did you have 5 more questions to ask? Because I could message them again.
No. What? Why you? Explain.
I don't want to worry about any of my friends having to talk to these other things. It might hurt them, so I'm going to do it.
I deal with that patron's long done, Nim. I barely thought about them in a long
All this is
time.
all going on. Cassian's going on his hind legs, putting his forelegs up against the side, and putting his arms over the top, just kind of resting on the top.
Do you want help coming up?
You need a hand.
Oh no, I'm just watching this conversation. This is actually kind of entertaining.
Okay, so what? So you're concerned to me. That's why.
Yes, and I wanted to know what this manipulative bastard might have been doing with your life.
That's not a patron's not necessarily manipulative. It's an amicable partnership.
But it seems like everybody's always making you do things, and I wanted to know if this person was in on it.
And
They are.
oh, for fuck's sake! What? Sometimes it's better not to ask. Ignorance is bliss.
This is why they got 2 castings.
Oh.
Does a dragon need to go on the list now?
What list?
There's
I don't-
Torin Fell.
Oh, no,
There's...
I'm sorry. I don't want there to be a list of people trying to kill me. If that's what you're implying,
I'm
one name's
trying
enough.
to protect you. I'm trying to protect
mean-
the group from the people.
Is it trying to kill me, Nim? Nim? Oh, you're not answering fast. That's worrying. Mavis.
They asked me questions that put it into question. They wanted to know that if I put your life above everything else in the world, then I said yes.
Well, it's very sweet of you.
But then they didn't want to talk to me anymore.
Okay.
But it's okay, because they have a really stupid name.
It's not stupid. It's a perfectly good name.
Solin's not their real name.
What do you mean Solin's not their real name?
They told me in the first set of questions that if I had their real name, then I could possibly summon them, but I'd have to have their real name. So then I called them again and I asked them, hey, what was your real name? And are you a dragon? They told me, yes, they are a dragon, and that the real name is Magical. And that is the stupidest name that I have ever heard.
Actually,
a
that
dragon
is a
have.
really dumb name.
I
Was
told
it
you it's a
magical
very
or
bad
magic?
name.
Magical.
Magical.
Magical. Okay.
Like I said, this is probably the dumbest name that I have ever heard
Magical.
somebody give a dragon.
I mean,
Magical
could
the
it-
dragon.
Magic.
Could it be
Is
the
it-
word
I
magical
like-
and draconic? It would sound more impressive.
I don't think
Yuli,
that sounds any
how
better.
well known are the names of the first dragons?
Would require a in-depth religion roll.
Well, wait.
Yeah. Magical's the name of what is known as Morgani's first children, one of them.
Cassian's dropping back down the hole, and you just hear the.
Did you
Yeah,
slip on
okay.
coffee?
You okay, Cassian?
No,
Your
I
legs
know
are
who the-
delicate.
I know who your patron is, and God damn it!
It's magical, apparently.
Magical.
No, it is Matt. It is the first dragon, magic.
No.
Like,
That's not.
Well, that can't
No.
be right.
I mean-
I think this is probably just some really powerful mage whose not parents gave them a really dorky name.
you mean like the emotional that we just
Yes, the magic.
we also just learned that they were the last one left.
Yeah, so that couldn't be the magical.
So it couldn't
because
be the magical.
wouldn't here, yeah.
Well,
So
they
it's-
did say they were the
it's
last one left
it's a-
here.
They're a being of power. They may not need a physical, tangible form to still exist. Also, it's the magical. It had control over magic. If it died physically, it potentially just faded into magic.
I thought they just left, not died.
I thought they just like
They could
rolled
still
away.
be here.
I was just gonna come home.
But can they just do that? Can they just come home?
I mean,
Potentially.
Wow, Mautori, you really just met a whole bunch of really, really important people without even realizing it.
If any of you are ancient elder beings in disguise manipulating my life, you have to tell me.
Nim raises her hand.
Put your hand down.
I mean,
Drat.
what if we don't know that we are? We get in trouble later if we find out.
Maltori is just sitting
Right.
down, putting his head in his hands.
I'm working on it. Ialia's voice comes from the kitchen.
Do you want me to talk to them again tomorrow and tell them that this is Bubkiss?
No.
Cassian's voice comes up from Hulse. Well, supposedly, I'm a far more ancient soul than I even thought.
What?
Apparently, I keep coming back.
Who the fuck told you that?
Amari.
Tamari. Well, I
Yeah.
suppose reincarnation's a
Soul
thing,
happens,
right?
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
know
no,
why
it's
anyone
not
would choose to do that, but
It's not reincarnate. It's be reborn. Full cycle.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I just keep coming back.
well, aren't we a special little flock?
So the world is cursed.
Yes.
At any
By the
rate,
way,
I was
um,
just trying to get some information on this stolen person because I wondered if they might be an ally we could tap, but I don't know. They seemed not aggressive at the very least.
And while Cassian's also fairly much cleaned up with the hole, he's kind of scouring through what's in here.
Noah's hole.
What's in there, Noah?
Yeah, what's in
Well,
there, Noah?
Viola, be careful with jewel toxin. There's a diamond, rock.
Wait, is there
Bunch of
just
math.
liquid troll toxin in there, or is
Lot-
there actually something that's holding?
Lots
it?
of what?
Lots of photos.
Oh, a lot of wet photos.
That's okay.
Hopefully there was no-
Remember that weird
Polaroids.
future plastic thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully there were no books and no paper.
There's the jar of beads. There's the 100-page song that I just put in
Oh
there.
no,
Oh, no.
it's covered in coffee.
Oh, if it's been
looks
prestige,
antique.
it's fine.
It looks antique now.
Krusty will take the ink right off those pages.
Yeah, it'll be
won't.
just blank page.
The starship is actually there's not really that many much big stuff in there.
Yeah, it's actually very spacious.
Noah,
Yeah.
what's this purple stuff?
Oh, that's the jewel toxin. I still haven't found a use for it yet.
There's a skittering of horseshoes.
You wanted some help out, Cassian.
Cassian's already scrambling out.
Very, very hard athletics check then. Climbing out, harder than going in.
Right.
I will
Yeah.
actually help.
And
Cassian.
there's
Upper body human trying to pull lower body horse out. Good luck.
Yeah, there's just
So-
scrambling of hooves.
Oh, you kick everything around inside the hole.
I will reach down into the hole
Okay.
and help Cassian out. You want me to make a check for this?
Yeah.
Try to drag
Yeah, you're trying to lift the horse out.
athletics.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an extra torso horse.
Okay.
Nice.
Cassian, can you give me another athletics check? Just to you gotta brace yourself so this doesn't hurt, right? Being lifted out. Yeah, you're fine. All right. Yeah. Taryc helps you out of the hole. You get away from the jewel toxin.
Why, Noah? Why?
Why what?
Where else are they gonna store it?
Why would they even have? Why would you even have it?
It's useful.
On,
Cool.
Collected it from the jewel. Why
What are you
would I
trying to say,
have it?
Melikka?
on the topic of toxins and poisons, I still have this. I think it's Lindop's. She left it on her table.
Oh.
What is this?
I don't know, but she said we were talking about poisons, and she pulled this out, and she says this is good, and then they left, and they left this on the table. I don't know what it is, and maybe one of you that can figure that out.
We know
Now
some.
I'm
Can you
eating
try that?
it.
We know some real freaks. You know that.
We are
Oh,
some real
yeah.
freaks.
What is it?
Yeah. How the fuck are we supposed to know?
You wiggle your fingers at it, I suppose.
If it's magic, I suppose.
Maybe it is.
Cassian, you want to identify it?
Cassian's rolling back onto his hooves, stepping out into the foyer where his identify circle has been slowly etching into the floorboards because he's cast it so much, and he's ritual casting it again.
Okay. Cassian spent some time ritual casting. Unfortunately, not magic.
But everything else is glowing like
Uh-huh.
crazy again. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm going to go hide.
What do you mean it's
Okay,
fine?
well-
It's too bright.
Is it magic or not magic?
No.
Wait.
Okay.
Let's not say it's fine. It's probably still poison.
It's probably still poison, yes. Let's not drink this.
Oh, what if it's an
Lindop
antidote?
says it was good. Yeah, maybe it is. I don't know.
You think
There's one person you could ask who would probably know exactly what it is.
Lindop?
Stop.
If you could get the answer out of Lindop.
Oh,
Miller.
I just realized something that
Miller?
we probably
Wait,
should
who's Miller?
do.
Is that on the list?
Miller
No,
would be
Miller's
the
not on the
free-
list. Stop keeping a list.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to...
What are we supposed to do, Mavis?
We should actually probably have Lindop lay in on whatever that thing did to us out in the foreign steppes.
Actually, yes.
I trust Lindop a bit for that.
See if she still wants to. He sort of makes a stabbing motion towards Iala.
That too, but also if it has extended to the rest of us, you know.
It's not a bad idea.
And we can give it back.
What?
The
Oh,
poison.
the vial. Okay, yes, okay.
It's not
Were
mine
you
to
thinking
hold.
she was saying of
Wait, why would you turn down a free poison?
Well,
Usually they're just giving that stuff away.
couldn't we
Yeah.
find out if it is a poison first? Because if it's
I mean,
not,
I'll take it if you don't want it.
If
Also,
you want to
Melikka.
identify it or give it back to Lindop and ask, or take the brunt of Lindop's force if she gets mad for you having it.
You probably already forgot we even have it.
Since we
Nah,
might have a
that's
few
right.
days, has
Yes.
everybody figured out what we will do while we're in town? We should probably see Linda up. Pay our respects at the funeral. Anything else?
Add Dangerous Shane to your list.
We want to see Dangerous Shane?
No, I want
let's-
to see
Dangerous
I'm
Dangerous
very
Shane
confused.
protected against us.
Oh.
Oh.
Or,
You mean
uh,
protecting
her
us
list.
against?
I mean, we could get some silver jewelry.
that too.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know who
We can accessorize.
what we'll run into.
I don't know if I could wear enough silver to make Shane want to get away from me.
I mean, but if he picks you
Not
up, though,
Shane.
it might go
cover
ouch
you
to
in
go.
We just cover you in silver and then fire you from a slingshot. You'll be our silver bullet.
I could get you a little silver tiara, Mavis.
How about not firing Mavis at someone? It doesn't sound.
I'm going to let the big, bad, scary wolf halfling attack other people because I am small little target that wouldn't
Oh,
be interesting to animals.
Smart.
He's a halfling. And he's a wolf. He's a werewolf
Werewolf.
halfling.
Yes.
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 That's adorable.
Do you think his werewolf form's small?
It's tiny.
Arwa,
Yes,
Is
it is. Yes.
is it cute?
No.
Oh.
Is it angrier than
Yes.
usual?
Oh,
He doesn't just
yes.
"Roo," he goes awoo.
No, it's more of a sort of a noise.
I will
I
say
hate
we
it
have no
already.
reason to believe that Shane is going to come after us. He got sent away with his tail between his legs, and remember, he has friends in this town still, even if he
Well,
stabs them sometimes.
and I think
Do you all have silver weapons?
No.
No.
I have
No.
a magic
Oh.
weapon.
I don't know what these are made out of. Holds up the hand. I have no idea what the metal is.
So
All
it
these-
is. We need to get each of you a silver dagger.
I don't usually like to stab people. It's a little too close.
If you end up close, it's always good to have, though.
Well, I have a dagger, but I'm just saying I don't know if I need multiple different types.
I mean,
'cause,
you get the silver dagger and you get rid of your boring old one.
Oh, that's a good idea. I could have a pretty one.
Yes.
More or
Okay.
less just use this one for peeling
A
apples.
silver scimitar.
Right. Okay. Honestly, children, I think I just need to. He sort of taps his head. Digest today.
That's a
I got
good.
Sounds like a probably good plan.
I got
That's
your
what-
fire started in your room if you want to.
Oh, you're such a
sit
good
there
girl.
and Be comfortable.
That is room on fire.
No, he has this little chimney in his room.
You know what will help me relax? Nim?
No.
Bath?
Anyone wants to. Time to start learning to be a wizard.
Oh yes, this is very good. I've been thinking about the different schools of magic. I think I want to be an enchantress.
I mean, as long as it's not illusionary, sure, we can do some enchantment study.
Makes sense.
Oh,
You're
good.
already enchanting him.
Yes, I want to be able to subvert people to my will and take away their freedoms to make their own thoughts.
Yes,
This
it
my
is-
best ideas.
It is the most evil school of magic. People panic about necromancers, panic about the person who makes you. As he starts grumbling to himself.
Yeah, they won't have to panic about the person who's going to make them think everything's okay. Necromancy's cool now.
Oh, but no, my skeletons are evil.
Would you be able to teach me how to do that prestidigitation thingy?
Okay, anyone who wants to sit in on a Magic 101 lesson?
I'll sit in, but
Be against.
Now,
I-
Tori, if
Yes.
you want, I can do a fundamentals of wizardry if you want.
Well, if you want to do that, you can. If people want to sit with Cassian and do fundamentals, do that. If you want
Oh,
to listen to me drawl on, do that.
It's very interactive.
I don't want to interact. If I want to sit in my chair.
Oh, you can sit in
I
your chair. I
lost
just
the
need.
interest.
I would actually want you to be there, just looking stern.
No, thank you. I think I'll go practice my other thing away from all of this.
Other
Like,
thing? That sounds...
That sounds weird.
I bet she's learning to dance.
She might. She's got the right figure for it. She can really shake it around.
the thing you told me to do, Notori, is the
Oh,
the
yes. Yes. Good. Yes, best do that undisturbed by others.
What is it?
It's mental games.
Special training?
I'm going to lie on bed and just do that for the rest of the day.
Oh, is
You
that
can
the
do that
colored
laying
ball
down?
thing?
I don't listen. I'll explain what she's doing as well. It's an advanced wizardry trick, but starting doing it as a novice gets you into the right mindset. Just don't expect success.
Maybe tomorrow we can hand out the bells.
We really should.
But
No.
tonight, let us learn magic and talk and try to reset our brains.
Oh, well, sweetie, you know this city way better than anyone. Could you get us some dinner in? And I'll sort of rolls her eyes a bit and goes, yes, I can do that. Thank you.
are, well.
I know, I am wonderful. And she...
Taryc, do you want to spar?
Again,
Unless you want to learn about magic, that's your thing. But I'm going to train myself, martially.
I mean, I can learn.
Normally I'd want to watch this, but you know. Kind of great watching two people fight, but very primal.
I mean, I'm always up for more training.
Right,
There
you,
will be time to learn magic.
yes, you guys go beat the shit out of each other. Go on. Alright. Matori is going to go to his room to go by his cozy fire with his books. And anyone that wants to go get magic lessons from Matori can do so. Very specifically, wizarding lessons.
Okay, I'm gonna go specifically get my wizardry lessons because I had agreed to that earlier.
Mhm,
Well, I give Cassian an I'm sorry look, but I already agreed to do the first one long before Cassian offered.
But that is where we are going to end this week's session. Yeah.
Taryc,